Currently rated as a 4-star recruit, the highest 4-star recruit in the whole nation according to 247 Sports. Also led by Luis Consuegra, who is a weak safety, along with Jean-Luc Bobian, who's a strong safety.
And Columbus is led by an incredible trio on offense. The combination of quarterback Brandon McDuffie, running back Henry Parrish, and wide receiver Xavier Henderson. Look out especially for Xavier Henderson, as he's a high 4-star recruit with a lot of Power 5 offers to his name, and will be playing some of his best football tonight here against Belen.
Don't forget also for the Wolverines, Dorian Gonzalez, the starting quarterback, who last year we saw some sparks of his talent that he's capable of. It's just the offense that Belen runs, they don't really utilize him as much as they should.
You know, Dorian actually has a baseball scholarship to the University of Miami, a great two-way talent.
Yeah, it really is. That's why he's our starting quarterback today. And as you said, Xavier Henderson on the Columbus side, he got the Nat Moore Trophy not a week ago, if I'm not mistaken. He actually got interviewed by a couple. Yeah, and as you said, 4-star recruit.
As a 4-star recruit, his older brother is C.J. Henderson, who plays for Florida. Right now it's looking like he's leaning to Clemson over Florida, but that'll be a recruitment that'll come down to the end. But today, Belen and Nate Payne just have to focus on stopping him.
Yeah, Nate Payne, as Jack mentioned, he's going to have a tough matchup with Xavier Henderson. Nate Payne currently right now is a quarterback. He also plays wide receiver, though, for the Wolverines. So it shows that he's capable of playing on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, Nate Payne stacking up at 6'2", and Xavier Henderson stacking up at 6'3". We'll see how that matchup goes along the night. Stay tuned for the Wolverines coming out of their tunnel. Right now we're just waiting on Columbus Explorers getting out of their tunnel as well.
That'll be an interesting matchup with Xavier Henderson and Nate Payne. As with the 6'3" Henderson and the 6'2" Payne, both being pretty big guys, we could see an interesting amount of jump balls thrown up that could go either way.
Also, Belen Wolverines lost a key player who's been protecting Don for all these years, Frankie Perez, one of the members of the O-line for the Wolverines, who's been a part of all this success for Don Cheney.
Speaking of Don, let's talk about some keys of the game for Belen today. If they need to win, they need to do 3 things. Limit negative plays, limit turnovers, and get the ball to Don early and often.
Yep.
You also can't forget about field possession for the Wolverines. We saw this last year. The Wolverines against the Explorers, they forced Columbus to cause a few turnovers with special teams, and they started off with great field position and just couldn't do anything with great field position.
Special teams can be a big factor in this game. If we can get a couple big plays, maybe a punt return touchdown by the explosive Don, or a turnover or two, it could completely change the outcome and momentum of the game.
Yeah, maybe if the Wolverines finally can get a win over the Explorers. The Explorers right now have won 14 straight against the Wolverines.
Yeah, as you say, 14 straight. Belen 0-14 in the history of these games against Columbus. This is going to be very interesting. We hope to see a win tonight, and we hope to conquer the Explorers tonight.
Right now, it looks like we're having the coin toss, and Columbus has won the toss and elected to defer. That means Belen's offense will get the ball first, so we'll see Don right out of the gate.
We'll see how this offense does against this Columbus defense. Not so much last year. Last year, we did stop Columbus on multiple plays.
But Columbus is led by the star defensive end, Elijah Roberts. He is a UM commit who has a lot of Power 5 offers and chose UM over Florida State and Florida. Watch for him to get a couple sacks today against an injured Belen offensive line.
Also, the Wolverines, we saw them last season with a defense that was just coming out every game, and they played their toughest, and they succeeded a lot last season. Let's see if they can keep that going this year also.
If Belen could get the ball first, drive down the field, maybe score, get some momentum, take a lead, that'd be huge for them, as they need everything they can get, as they have never won a game in the history of this rivalry.
Yep.
They have not.
Well, that's us. We'll be giving you, I'll be giving you play-by-play. I'm Andres Finero.
I'm Jose Zaraluki.
And I'm Jose Costa.
And we'll be giving you guys the color commentating.
We're very excited to be here tonight. Tropical Park. Looks like we have a sold-out crowd on the Columbus side and a sold-out crowd on the Belen side as well.
They're still filling in.
Yeah, they're still filling in as kickoff hasn't come yet. And
Clock hits triple zeros. We're waiting for the players to hit out the tunnels.
Another big key for the Wolverines is going to be their special teams, as we mentioned. But we didn't mention the kicker for Belen, Brennan Rice, who's had a great year last year, and he's going to have to come up big in this game against Columbus.
He will have to come up big as making field goals and stuff like that. If they want to beat Columbus, they cannot make dumb mistakes like missing field goals.
Yeah, they
need to take advantage of every opportunity they can get.
The Wolverines need to
capitalize.
capitalize.
Rice is key to that.
Yeah, Wolverines need to capitalize on every position that they have. If they get in field goal range, Breton's going to have to kick it through every time.
Looks like the Columbus Explorers are coming out on the field right now, waving the flags.
Another key for the Wolverines to win this game, they normally do not do this, but they will have to pass the ball this game.
Oh yeah.
You cannot beat the Explorers without passing the ball. The Explorers right now, they're expecting the run game with the star running back Don Cheney. As the Belens come out of the tunnel.
The Explorers are probably going to load up the box to stop Don Cheney. So if Dorian can get a good pass and Nate Payne can beat him deep once or twice, it would be huge and lead to a couple big scores.
Yeah. That's the one thing that I saw last year when going against the Explorers. Last year we ran the ball purely and we got stopped every single play through the first and second quarter that I saw. And it was absolute destruction on the offensive side. We could not get an edge. If we do focus on the passing game more, I feel like we can get down the field better. We can get a lot more score opportunities. And let's hope this is a close game. Let's hope that we win.
Our national anthem by Ariana Nunez.
Everybody stand for the national anthem.
And now getting ready for kickoff. Belen is receiving in the first quarter, meaning the Columbus Explorers will be getting in the second half. Jose, how do you think that we'll be doing today as we receive the kickoff first?
We're going to have to come out with Don Shaney running the ball, obviously. Our star running back, as we've mentioned. Also, we might be able to see maybe a little bit of Dorian Gonzalez passing the ball at quarterback. We saw him last year pass a few times to Nathaniel Payne, and it was a positive play every time. He looked very good last year. Whenever he passed to Nate Payne.
How do you think Dorian will do against Elijah Roberts tonight? Elijah Roberts, again, a great defensive end. He's a well-known recruit. How do you think Dorian will be able to avoid Elijah Roberts?
Well, remember that Dorian Gonzalez also has a lot of speed. Dorian Gonzalez also contains a lot of speed, and he'll be able to use that with Elijah Roberts putting pressure on him.
Actually, correction on the kickoff. The Belen will.
And coming out for the kickoff is Belen kicker Brendan Rice, brother of former Belen star Javin Rice, who now plays on scholarship for Vanderbilt University in the SEC.
Belen will receive in the second half. Here we go. Lining up to get Brendan Rice.
The kickoff from Rice is
up.
back.
Brendan Rice.
And touchback
And
by the
good
Explorers.
start. Nice kick will be a touchback.
Kickoff into the end zone. A touchback.
And we're going to see for the Explorers, Brandon McDuffie come out on the field along with Xavier Henderson,
And Henry
the
Parrish.
star receiver for the Explorers.
And also Henry Parrish, a really good running back.
Yeah, a solid 3-star recruit.
Let's see how this offense does.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Explorers right now just go deep on Belen. But
You can see Xavier Henderson on the left of the field, as he is a big
single.
physical specimen, and he
Nate's
will
taking him on
really
single back
need to be
formation.
somebody they need to stop.
Belen's lining up, 4 people on the line. Takes the snap. There goes Henry Parrish. 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 4.
Parrish!
25, 20, 50, 10, 5. Touchdown Explorers
On the first play of the game!
Henry Parrish takes it 75 yards down the field for a touchdown. First play against the Wolverines. This is not good at all for the Wolverines.
Definitely a great start for the Columbus Explorers, but not for the Belen Wolverines. On the first play, Henry Parrish breaks a couple tackles and takes it 75 yards to the house.
Here
Not a
comes
good start for the
PAT
Wolverines defense. The Wolverines defense did a great job last year throughout the whole season, including against
Here
the
come-
Columbus Explorers. But now Henry Parrish with the
Panzuela.
run game
It's
just
up and it's good.
explodes off the front seven
Luis
against the
Panzuela.
front seven of the
And
Wolverines.
Alejandro Prado drills the kick to make it 7-0 Columbus with a full 15 seconds off the clock.
11:45.
Explorers on the board first, 7-0.
Christopher Columbus Explorers. 7. Belen Jesuit Wolverines. 0.
And now to receive the kick, Belen. What a play to start out the game. That was very unexpected. Henry Parrish broke off 2 tackles for a big touchdown.
Definitely a solid look for Henry Parrish. For any prospects that are out here today watching for him, maybe getting some more college eyes on him. Definitely after that play.
He can definitely go into D1. He's looking very good out there. Henry Parrish, fast running back.
He will definitely go D1. The question is, does he get a Power 5 offer to a big school like an SEC team? And that's what the scouts here are looking for, and he's off to a great start.
Maybe he's been getting some eyes on from Florida colleges such as FAU, maybe even UCF.
Columbus with a kickoff. Belen takes it, and it's down at the 17-yard line. Belen will take it first down and 10.
That was Louis Consuegra on the 5-yard return, as the Belen offense will come out and hope to feed the ball to Don Cheney early and often.
Louis Consuegra, currently a sophomore. Pretty impressive to already be on varsity and starting in such a big game like this against Columbus.
First down for the Wolverines at the Belen.
Not a solid look for the Wolverines here in the first 20 seconds of the game.
Elijah Roberts lined up on the left side. Odd formation by the Wolverines. It's a QB sneak, and they get 5 yards.
Dorian with a nice 4-yard gain on first down. Makes it 2nd and 6, keeps the drive on schedule. Belen came out with an interesting look with 3 running backs, a tight end, and no wide receivers.
They
And
motioned
let's see if these stacked formations are something we see more of so that they can effectively run the ball.
It's definitely odd formation, definitely odd play to start off with. A QB sneak right off the bat.
A gain of 4. 4.
However, we ran that play a lot last season, and we'll probably continue to do that a lot for the rest of this season.
Hunchback formation with a single receiver. And they get stopped. In fact, it's a loss on the play.
Loss of about 7 to 8 yards. Not a solid look for the Wolverines as they're coming out flat in these first minute.
Hayden Puente with the loss there. Definitely interesting plays that coming off the bat. They're doing a lot of bunch formations. Very interesting formations to see out the gate. I don't think it's a very smart idea to come out the gate.
The Columbus defensive line ate the Belen offensive line alive on that play. And if they want to win this game, they're definitely going to need to see some better blocking than that.
Yeah, hopefully Belen's starting to learn their lesson off this first drive. They have negative yards
Third
so
and
far.
about 8. Dorian takes it, throws it to Don out of the backfield. It is a fumble. It's live.
And a loss of yards again. Not a good pass from Dorian Gonzalez.
Don did a very good job of recovering that ball. As since it was a backwards pass, that was actually a fumble. If Don didn't pick that up, then who knows? Columbus may be up 14-0 now.
All right, 4th and 21. Belen looks like they're going to punt. Out back to receive is Xavier Henderson.
Watch Belen punting from inside their own end zone. A blocked punt for Columbus could lead to points right off the bat on defense.
You got to be careful with Xavier Henderson receiving the ball. Oh, nearly
Punts up.
blocked.
Xavier Henderson receives it at the 41. He runs back, goes inside.
Oh, big block!
Xavier Henderson,
Possibly
40,
a block in the
50,
back.
10, 5, touchdown again!
A touchdown, but there will be a block in the back at the 45-yard line. This play is coming back.
Wow.
A great return by Xavier Henderson, however, a block in the back. That was a big hit, however, on the Explorers.
I felt the block was a little unnecessary, and he might have scored even without it. But we'll take it.
That gave me some flashbacks to Miami Dolphins game a couple years ago when the wide receiver got destroyed. Julian Edelman laid a block on one of our defenders, and that was a huge touchdown gain a couple years ago in a Dolphins game.
I remember that poor Torrey Lippett got
Hey.
absolutely destroyed as Michael Floyd went for a 65-yard touchdown.
Yeah. Belen out on defense again. We hope to stop the Explorers this drive.
As the drive will start on the Belen 40-yard line, as Belen got a little bailed out by that block in the back.
Yeah, they got really lucky on that block in the back.
10-yard penalty. Block in the back. Ball at the Wolverine 49.
The Belen defense, after a great year, is looking to really get something going here. As they have a good defense, we can definitely stop opponents, but it is a little young.
3
But I
wide
have
outs.
confidence.
Fake the play action, and there's a flag on the play, and it looks like a false start in the offense maybe.
If this is a false start, that'd be very good, as it already backed Columbus up behind the chains.
Before the snap of the ball.
I mean, to be in their own territory at that point. False start on Columbus. That's a 5-yard loss. It's still first down. First down and 15 for Columbus.
That's huge for the Belen defense, as now they know they have to pass and can really pin their ears back and rush the passers with their great defensive line.
I wouldn't hold back on passing too much because then you still got Henry Parrish still a threat down there in the middle.
Definitely, as we saw in that first play.
For Columbus.
But don't underestimate this young, talented Belen defense.
Definitely.
With Luis Consuegra at weak safety.
It's a run.
It's going to be
with
tough to
Henry
pass for the
Parrish.
Explorers.
He's got
Parrish
the lane.
again. Some
defense.
moves.
Here on the carry.
Tackle.
He is dragged down for a 4-yard loss, as he made a couple Belen defenders
Tackle by
miss.
Joshua Sloan.
Sloan on the
But there was so much pressure and penetration by the defense that they were able to stop him, and it's still 2nd and 11.
Yep. Joshua Sloan really rushed on that play, got into the hustle. Little hurry up offense by the Columbus Explorers. They got 2 wide outs on the left and right side. Steps
McDuffie
back.
drops back.
McDuffie steps back.
Pressure.
He throws it last minute. Xavier Henderson. And he's stopped at the 45 of Belen.
Good
This will
defense
bring
there
it-
from the Wolverines, but however, great decision from Brandon McDuffie of keeping his head up on the play and not taking a sack. He's trying to get rid of the ball. Great job.
This will bring up a ginormous 3rd and 6 for this great Belen defense,
Yep.
as slowing down Columbus's momentum would really be a big help on this drive.
Yeah, big momentum changer.
we're down in 5.
Brandon McDuffie in shotgun formation.
4 receivers. Oh, that's going to be a false start in the offense for Columbus.
Flags on the field.
Oh, that's a
False.
huge false start, as this makes it from 3rd and medium to 3rd and long, where it's going to be much harder to run for a first down.
And the momentum slowly, just because of the immaturity on the Explorers, momentum being taken away.
The Explorers
And-
have really struggled with penalties early in the game, as they already have 3 for 20 yards.
And we're only about 4 minutes into the first quarter.
Again, 4 wideouts. Motions 1. Brandon McDuffie fakes it. Throws it. And it is complete on the left side to Xavier Henderson for another 6-yard gain. That's going to be a 4th and 5 for the Explorers.
McDuffie's pass was complete. 2.
And it looks like the punting unit is going to come out, as this is a huge stop for the Belen defense and really shifts the momentum back in their favor.
Great job by the Belen defense. As we're seeing this, what they just did on this defensive drive, it's showing what they did last season, how they succeeded. And Belen's defense also really mature in that sense. And we see it going against, from what we've seen in this game, an immature offense on the Explorers' part.
From the Belen
With-
44.
Back deep for Belen.
Jean-Luc Bobian is back to return the punt.
It's up, and it's a fair catch, and down at the 15-yard line.
For a fair catch.
A solid punt by the Explorers.
Great stop by the Belen defense.
Great
As
stop,
a
yes.
3 and out there really killed the momentum. And if the Belen offense can get something going, maybe handing the ball off to Don Cheney, then who knows, they can make this a good game.
Let's see how this offensive drive goes for the Wolverines as we see Dorian Gonzalez step onto the field again.
The offensive line struggled a little bit on the last drive, but I'm confident they can pick it up and open some running lanes, as this team has a wide variety of good running backs.
Yeah, on that 2nd down play, that defensive line got right through as we see a different formation for Belen. 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts. It's a toss to Donald Cheney off the left side. He runs. He gets a 5-yard gain on the play. That's a great play by Belen.
Good
Nice
job
run
of
by
picking
Don
up
Cheney.
yards and staying on schedule on first down.
Donald Cheney Jr. on the
That was a good play by Belen Wolverines, giving Don Cheney the ball. Good toss to the left side, good formation. Let's hope to see more of that going on.
Also, solid blocking by the O-line for the Wolverines. As we saw them last drive, they were just, the O-line was pretty much just coming out flat. And here, nice blocking, allowing Donald Cheney to run 5 yards.
Another bunch-up formation. Fullback in the backfield. Don Cheney takes it up the middle, and it looks like it might be close to a first down.
Some extra yardage after the first missed tackle. Don Cheney showing his strength.
He really powered through that defense there and was able to pick up some yards
It's
to
the
make it a
first down.
Belen first down.
That's the first down of the game for the Wolverines.
For the Wolverines.
Get the ball in Don Cheney's hand, and just about anything can happen, as an official's timeout is called on the field.
So far, the Wolverines seeming to keep gaining momentum slowly and slowly, hopefully leading to a touchdown drive.
Yeah, as we said before, we should hopefully see a lot of good things from Donald Cheney in his final year here with us in the Wolverines. We've seen a lot of good glimpses of what the run game could be. The first drive, not so much, but second drive looks to be promising.
We also saw the defense last drive come up with the last drive from the Explorers. We saw the Wolverines defense come up big with a huge stop, because that was nearly a touchdown by Xavier Henderson.
It was, yeah.
And thankfully for the block in the back,
Yeah.
it prevented.
That goes to show you that the Columbus Explorers can and will score on us at will. They have no mercy in showing us who they are and what they can do on the field.
Neither team would have mercy. It's one of the biggest rivals for both of these teams. This is their biggest rivalry game.
But I have confidence in this young Belen defense that they can really slow down this Columbus offense, as especially their dynamic safety tandem of Louis Consuegra and Jean-Luc Bobian.
All right, we see Dorian Gonzalez under center. Hikes it, gives it to the fullback, Puente, and it goes for no yards. Actually, 1 yard, and we have an injured Wolverine on the play, number 73.
The Explorers saw that one coming right when the Wolverines lined up.
Ian Johnson's down on the play for the Wolverines. This does not look good for the Wolverines' offensive line.
Of Explorers on the tackle.
And this is not a good-looking injury for the Wolverines,
Not at
as
all.
he is a key member of our team, and as he was playing with the starting offense, we really need him to contribute, and this is a big loss. As Ian Johnson is the one that's down, as this is a big loss for our team.
Yeah, that's really big. We lost one of our other offensive linemen, Frankie Paredes, who is a monster up front that would help Don Cheney get some yards, but now that we lose another offensive lineman, it's looking a little bleak for the run game.
Ian Johnson, the young sophomore, starting against the Explorers already. As we're seeing, the Wolverines, Coach Delgado seeming to like the youngsters. As we have Luis Consuegra starting, he's a sophomore as well, along with Ian Johnson.
You know, this Belen offensive line may be hurt, but I think the young backups have a lot of talent and can still contribute and still open some lanes for Don Cheney. And sometimes Don Cheney doesn't even need lanes. He just kind of makes his own thing.
We'll hope to see more of that right now on this drive. It is 2nd down and 10 for the Wolverines. 2 wideouts on the right, Don Cheney in the backfield. Dorian sweeps it to Don Cheney, misses a tackle. He's on the right side on the sideline. He goes out of bounds at the 22, about the 23-yard line. That's a good gain by the Wolverines.
Solid game by Don Cheney. As you see him using his strength again, forcing a missed tackle. And the Explorers, they might be having a tough time with that throughout this game. Don Cheney, one of the best players, one of the best running backs in the nation, and one of the most elusive backs right now.
I think Don Cheney's definitely the best player on this football field. And if they keep feeding him the ball, he can have a really big day.
As we see the Wolverines lining up, another bunch formation by the Wolverines. I formation with Puente. Don Cheney takes it up the middle for a no gain. Oh, but a flag comes late on the field.
I'm not sure what this one's going to be.
Looked like maybe
Without
like
a
face
flag.
mask. The refs are consulting about it.
Don Cheney was stopped for a 1-yard gain, which would make it 4th and about 2. But let's see what this penalty is.
Face mask on the defense. That looks like a first down for the Wolverines.
Some immaturity again from the Explorers. They're really struggling with this, and the Wolverines, this might even end up leading to a touchdown drive, and that'll really be tough for the Explorers. But a great job for the Wolverines.
That's a 15-yard penalty for the Wolverines, and only proves how hard it is to tackle Don Cheney. They already have 4 penalties for 35 yards, about halfway through the first quarter.
Wolverines marching down the field, almost in enemy territory. Single wide out. Dorian takes it. He runs. He gets about 2 yards on the play before he gets stopped.
For those of you just joining us, right now the score is 7-0 Columbus about halfway through the first quarter, as Henry Parrish had a 75-yard touchdown run on the first play of the game. But the Wolverines have battled back and are at their own 49, looking to keep driving and get a score.
Almost in enemy territory here. The Belen Wolverines have a real chance of getting a score up if they can keep driving down.
The Wolverines been getting a lot of momentum in the past around 3 minutes, getting a lot of momentum because of the Explorers, all the penalties called on the Explorers.
Wolverines coming out of huddle. Another single wideout formation. Dorian under center. Motions Donald Cheney. Donald Cheney takes the ball. He avoids 2 tackles, and he gets stopped for a 1-yard loss on the play.
That'll make it 3rd down and 11, as we may see the first pass of the game here from Dorian. Maybe he breaks a big one deep.
A great wrap-up for Dustin Muniz.
As we're seeing early on, we're seeing a lot of motioning and a lot of motion plays in general, and bunch formations by Belen. How do you think that will fare in this game so far, as we've seen?
So far, the Wolverines offensively haven't done much, but they keep going at the Explorers front seven. I think they're trying to wear them out in this first half, and hopefully by the second half, it's a worn out front seven by the Explorers, and Don Cheney could just take off on them.
Dorian takes it, fakes the handoff, throws it up the field, and it's incomplete.
Nearly intercepted. Not a good throw by Dorian Gonzalez.
That was a bad first pass by Dorian Gonzalez, but hopefully more to come.
This is a big opportunity here for punter Brendan Rice. If he could flip the field and pin Columbus deep in their own territory, that would be big, and perhaps the Belen defense could score a couple points.
Yeah.
So far from what I'm seeing, this looks like it's going to be straight defense from here on to the fourth quarter.
And as we see Xavier Henderson in the backfield, very deep threat. We could see this going back maybe for a big gain. Breton takes a snap, punts it. Big punt. And it goes down at the 18, maybe the
Solid punt by Brendan Rice.
Looks like they're going to spot it about the 10-yard line.
That's a big punt.
Great punt by Brendan Rice. You love to see that out of a kicker slash punter. It's awesome to see one of them who can do both.
As one of the keys for the game that we mentioned is the field position for the Wolverines, and now we're seeing Columbus struggling with field position here. Stuck at their own 10-yard line. Or around 15-yard line.
Columbus going up with a hurry up. Henderson lined up at the right side of the field. He's a single receiver. 3 other receivers on the left side of the field. Brandon McDuffie takes his shotgun. Next to him, Henry Parrish. McDuffie takes it. One step. It is complete on the right side to Xavier Henderson at the 20-yard line.
A short curl route. Looks like it was thrown a little much to the outside by McDuffie. But what a diving play by Xavier Henderson. Not a huge gain, but the type of small play that can keep the ball moving on offense.
As we see, there's a lot of offensive weapons for the Columbus Explorers. Very dangerous offense, but the Belen defense has proven its worth here early on. Brandon McDuffie takes a shotgun, rolls out left. He has no receivers. He's looking downfield. He takes it, and he's out at the 21-yard line.
Good pressure by the Wolverines defense. As McDuffie showed a little signs of speed there, but great defense by the Wolverines.
Besides that first play, this Wolverines defense has been simply outstanding, forcing a 3-and-out on the last drive, and already a third down coming up here.
The Wolverines seem to have some sort of momentum in the first quarter, as we have 3 minutes and 24 seconds left in the first quarter here. Columbus 7, Belen 0. As we see a timeout, I believe, on the Columbus side.
Columbus calls timeout.
And we'll be back at the end of this break. Welcome back as the Columbus Explorers have a 3rd and 4 from their own 21-yard line.
Coming out of the timeout, we see the Columbus Explorers. Brandon McDuffie takes the field.
Looks like we're getting some noise from the Belen side of the field. This is huge, as getting the crowd involved in the game would be a big pick-me-up for the Belen defense.
Yeah, the senior section is going to prove dividends. Henry Parrish takes it and is a first down on the play. So first down for the Columbus Explorers at the 28-yard line. Another hurry-up offense. Brandon McDuffie takes it, steps back. He throws deep down the field. He has a man. It's intercepted by the Wolverines.
What a good job by the Wolverines!
What an interception by Jean-Luc Bobian.
As we mentioned him in the pregame show, Jean-Luc Bobian coming up clutch for the Wolverines, a huge momentum gainer.
An incredible play as he saw the wide receiver streaking down the field, read the quarterback's eyes, and was able to jump in front of the receiver and make a spectacular catch. This is a huge momentum shifter for Belen, as this defense has simply been awesome.
Not a good pass at all from Brandon McDuffie. Did not read the safety well enough. Jean-Luc Bobian coming up with a huge play for the Wolverines.
We mentioned him early on in the game. A deep threat for the defense. Senior section's getting hyped up for the Wolverines. We see Don Cheney in the backfield. Another bunch formation for the Wolverines.
So the refs are sorting something out, and the play is on.
Wolverines take a quarterback sneak up the middle, and it looks to be maybe a 2-yard gain on the play. Wait a minute, Columbus is saying that they have the ball, but the refs say that it's down.
Looks like it's going to be a 2-yard keeper here for Dorian Gonzalez.
We've seen that play a few times today. Dorian Gonzalez with the little QB sneaks trying to confuse the defense, but I don't think it's really working. I think the defense sees pretty much a run coming every single time.
I think a couple passes, like they did a pass on last drive that was open, but it looks like Dorian had the throw tip. If they could get some more of those open passes to Nate Payne, they could get a couple big gains and keep this offense moving.
Dorian looks to be a promising quarterback. I looked at that passing play in 3rd and long in the last drive. He had someone open. He just underthrew it. As we see a single wide out on the left side of the field for the Wolverines. Dorian under center. Don Cheney in the backfield, and the play is stopped.
Blown.
Looks like we're going to get a false start here on the Wolverines, which will push it back to 2nd and 13. Oh, a delay of game as they couldn't get the ball off before the play clock ended. And this will make it 2nd and 13 and put the Wolverines behind the chains.
First penalty on the Wolverines. We saw the Explorers, and now we're getting it from the Wolverines.
Let's see what Coach Delgado draws up here, as a big play would be awesome here.
The Wolverines right now with a lot of momentum on their side, but will they be able to use it to a touchdown drive?
2nd and 13, Dorian in the shotgun, and
more whistles.
Is another timeout. Belen takes a timeout here.
In my opinion, not a good timeout. The Wolverines had all the momentum they could possibly have on their side, and now it just gives more rest for the Explorers to sort of balance it out. Not a good call.
We're nearing the end of the first quarter. Columbus 7, Belen 0. Not looking good for the Wolverines, but on the defensive side, we've seen quite more than we've expected so far. Jean-Luc Bobian with the interception that's come up with this drive, and the previous drives we stopped the Columbus Explorers pretty well. It's just that first drive was a surprise, 75-yard touchdown by Henry Parrish.
First play of the game.
It was very surprising. We all were on our feet for that one.
Ever since that run by Henry Parrish, the game's been pretty balanced. In fact, I even think Belen has had a little edge to the Explorers, surprisingly. But on the scoreboard, the Explorers have the edge.
Coming out of the timeout, 2nd and 13 for the Wolverines. Looks like same formation they came in before the timeout. Dorian in shotgun, Donald Cheney right next to him. As we're experiencing a little rain on the field here.
Protect the...
The play is on. Donald Cheney takes it. He's up the middle.
Don Cheney! Don Cheney! Unbelievable! Unbelievable! Oh my, what a bucket!
55 yards to the house. A run up the middle.
The 5-star recruit!
And it is 7
They called the flag on the play. They called the flag on the play. It's going to get called back. What almost looked like a 50-yard touchdown gets called back for the Wolverines. Are you joking?
Oh my! Oh!
That would have been an insane touchdown for the Wolverines.
Wow! Not good for the Wolverines. They almost tied this ball game up. They were right there.
Like we said in the beginning, Columbus had a few flags thrown on them, and now it looks like it's kind of getting on us.
Looked like
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
looks like
Belen.
they're gonna get Belen for a holding penalty, as that really slows their momentum. We almost had a tie game for a second.
That was insane. I could not believe what I just saw. We looked at a 50-yard touchdown by Donald Cheney, and now it's called back. 2nd and 10. Timeout. Wolverines again.
Not a good call. The Wolverines, they're getting it going, and now the Explorers, they just have more time to regroup. Not good for the Wolverines.
Actually, Belen gained 3 yards on that play because the holding block came very far downfield, and it's a spot foul. So, I guess it wasn't a complete loss.
We'll see how the Wolverines come back. The momentum seems to be slipping out of their hands. I am shocked.
Well, 2nd and 10. I mean, you hand it off to Don Cheney, maybe he can do it again. He's a special kind of talent.
Like we said, he can make moves and plays like that.
Even though there was a holding call, there's still great blocking by the Wolverines.
And as
With
you
an
can
injured
see,
O-line, the O-line has been getting wrecked lately with injuries.
Fresh
And with the
offensive line, yeah.
backups, great job.
as you can see, he definitely has the open field speed to beat some defenders, as he is very fast. And he outran a lot of good Columbus defenders on that last play.
As we see the Wolverines coming back onto the field. Single wide out on the right-hand side. Nathaniel Payne, the wide out. Dorian takes it under center. In the backfield, looks to be Ryan Bertrand. Takes it back. Dorian throws it deep. He has Payne. Oh!
Right through his hands.
Almost had the catch on the
What
play.
a pass.
Nathaniel Payne almost made a great play on a diving catch, but it just slipped through his hands. As
Incomplete.
That's a
Dorian.
couple big missed opportunities for this Belen offense, who really can score on this Columbus defense.
Dorian Gonzalez almost had a big gain on the play. This drive is just not going our way, it seems so far.
However, this has shown that we can most definitely compete with this Columbus team.
It's a star-studded
Definitely right.
Columbus team also. You got a few UM-committed players. You got Xavier Henderson. You just got some studs on this Columbus team. And then you got Belen players. Not that many people know about them, but they play with a different kind of passion.
Single wide out, Nick Brochek on the right side. Dorian under center. It looks like delay of game by Belen
Again, another delay of game. Momentum slipping out of the Wolverines' palms.
So we're looking at another 3rd and long here. 3rd and 15 for the Wolverines. This is not looking good so far. We had the momentum early on. Now it's practically slipping away from our hands.
Well, we almost scored touchdowns on back-to-back plays.
Yes, we did. We most certainly did. Dorian takes it, fakes the handoff,
They're gonna
throws
do it
downfield.
again.
Nick Brochek takes it. It's a 5-yard gain
Takes
on
a
the
big
play.
hit.
Nick Brochek with a nice catch to gain a couple yards, but that's not enough on 3rd and 15. And Brendan Rice will come back out to punt.
Brochek taking a big hit on that play.
Look, there were some encouraging signs for the Belen offense on that drive. The almost touchdown by Don and the almost touchdown from Dorian to Nate show that Belen definitely can score.
Xavier Henderson, back deep for Columbus.
The last time the Wolverines punted away, Xavier Henderson returned it for a touchdown, but there was a block in the back.
Brendan Rice punts it. Xavier Henderson takes
Nice,
it at the 7-yard
solid
line.
punt by
Takes
Brendan
it
Rice.
at the
Henderson
15. 20,
Nice return.
25, and he's out at the 28-yard line, it seems like.
About a 20-yard return for Xavier Henderson, putting the Columbus offense in starting field position at the 28-yard line.
Solid return for the Explorers.
However, the Belen defense has been playing really well,
Hang
and
on
it
a
wouldn't
second.
surprise me to see another stop.
Another flag on the field. Can't tell if this is against Belen or against Columbus.
If I were to guess, I would say it's against Columbus because simply anytime there's a punt return, you can almost always count on the returning team getting a penalty.
Most definitely, yes. Refs are consulting. They're saying and saying block in the back. Oh, it's a penalty against Columbus,
It looks like it might be unsportsmanlike conduct.
and they're taking it at the 15-yard line. That's a huge loss for the Columbus Explorers, but a big up for the Wolverine defense as the Wolverine defense goes up against the star-studded offense of the Columbus Explorers at the 15-yard line.
That's going to be a personal foul for unsportsmanlike conduct, and that's really not something you want at this stage of the game.
Some immaturity again from the Explorers.
Another four wide out formation for the Explorers. Henry Parrish in the backfield, motion. McDuffie snaps it, and it looks like another false start for the Explorers.
And the Explorers just struggling right now throughout this game with penalties, that it's giving Belen such an upside in this game and so much momentum that now they're backed up all the way to around their own 10-yard line.
There have been a lot of penalties early in this game, and
This is only the first quarter, guys. 39 seconds left in the first quarter. This is all in the first quarter.
we've seen about 7 penalties already.
McDuffie takes it. He hands it off to Henry Parrish off to the right side.
Parrish,
Oh,
what a
two
move.
people at
Parrish.
the 20, 25, 30,
30,
35,
Parrish.
40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35.
Parrish
He's get
wrapped
taken
up.
down by Mark Trapp at the 33-yard line of
Great
the
run.
Wolverines. What an amazing run for the Explorers.
Great run by the 3-star recruit, Henry Parrish. His second spectacular run, and he's just been running all over this defense so far. The
Explorers,
Wolverines.
That's a 57-yard gain and sets Columbus up with first down.
Explorers take a hurry up. He hands it
Already.
up to Henry Parrish, and he gets swallowed up in the backfield for a 4-yard loss on the
Parrish.
play.
Parrish already over 100 yards already. Only a few carries,
Only 3
and
or
we're
4.
only in the first quarter.
And as
be
the
fair-
clock runs out,
Maybe they might be
that
able to
is
get one.
the end
Never
of the
mind.
first quarter.
If you look at Belen's defense, they've played very well. It's just been 1 or 2 explosive plays that have really bitten them. And if they keep stopping this Columbus offense and slow down the explosive play, this Belen defense can probably shut down the Columbus offense.
Yeah, this is a great defense. It's just, as I mentioned earlier, it's a star-studded Columbus team on every single position. And so far, we've seen at the running back mostly today with Henry Parrish over 100 rushing yards, only on about 4 or 5 carries.
We've seen the defense for the Belen Wolverines pay dividends as this game goes on. We head into the second quarter. We hope to see another stop by the Belen Wolverines, but the Columbus Explorers are in our own 34-yard line, it seems.
Well, however, that was a good stop by the Belen defense on first down to make it second and long. If you gain negative yardage on first down, it just becomes that much harder to pick up the next first down and move the chains.
Most definitely.
And hopefully the Wolverines keep their heads up after that big run, because that could just deflate a whole defense.
And the team switched sides as Columbus is going to be flipping sides and will now be scoring on the end zone Belen was previously scoring on.
The Explorers with a 3 wide out formation on the left side. McDuffie takes it, hands it off to Henry Parrish on the right side. That's big hit. 2-yard gain on the play, and there's a flag, it seems like, down in the play.
That was a 5-yard gain for Henry Parrish and sets up 3rd and 7 from about the 35-yard line. At the 31-yard line, and forcing the Columbus offense into another third down where they've struggled.
They're still sorting out a penalty. We don't know as to what extent the penalty is, but it seems to be against Columbus on this play. It's a holding on Columbus. That's
More
another
penalties called on the Explorers. Belen just needs to take more advantage of it. They've been trying to take advantage of it. Just penalties have been getting called on the Wolverines. Some immaturity on both sides of the ball.
44-yard line. Looks like a 2nd and 20, maybe more, for the Columbus Explorers.
This would be a huge stop for the Wolverines after that big run from Henry Parrish.
Single. Oh, fumbles the snap. Henry Parrish takes it up the middle. What a recovery. Henry
Nice
Parrish
move by Parrish.
takes it up
Around
to
a
the
13,
31.
around a
However,
13-yard gain.
Even with that nice run, it still sets up a 3rd and 7. And if this Belen defense can get a stop,
Takes the snap. Drops back. Feels the pressure. And the pressure
Runs it
gets
out,
to
great.
him. And 33.
And a great stop for the Wolverines.
Great
a huge
stop.
stop, probably one of the biggest stops so far in the game. After that huge Henry Parrish run, that run could deflate a whole defense, and then the Wolverines keeping their heads up.
that's great for this young Belen defense to show resiliency and bounce back. And there was 2 facets of the defense that
Oh,
worked
guys,
well
4th
together.
down. They're going for it. Explorers.
A bold
4th down
move for
and
the
10.
Explorers.
4 wide out formation. Henry Parrish left of Brandon McDuffie.
Very bold.
Are they looking or changing? They're changing plays. McDuffie.
Not a bad
Henry
move
Parrish
by the
behind him.
Explorers.
McDuffie drops back. 5-step drop back. It's a sweet. Henry Parrish. And he is stopped before the 1st down marker.
Not a good play
That's a
call by the
turnover on
Explorers.
downs for the Explorers. And the Wolverines take it at the 27-yard line.
What a stop for this Belen defense, who has been playing very well. After that long run by Henry Parrish, it was key for them to bounce back and be able to shut down this Columbus offense and get the ball back.
Now let's see if the offense for the Wolverines finally gets to do something without a penalty being called on them. We saw Don Shaney last drive explode for a big run. We saw Nate Payne miss a catch. It went right through his hands, but that would have been an incredible catch. But really, it was tough.
Another bunch formation for Wolverines. Dorian under center. Fake hands
Fake
off.
handoff.
He takes it with him, and he's stopped about the line of scrimmage, but there's a flag on the play before the play was made.
He had number 11 wide open.
Yeah.
Could have been an easy pass, probably
Nick
for an
Brochek.
easy 1st down.
Nick Brochek was wide open on that play. We don't know to the extent of the penalty. Maybe a hold. It looks like a holding. A warning given to Columbus? I don't understand what's going on here.
Looks like the coaches went onto the field, which is not allowed. And next time they do that, it'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Looks like same formation, just flip for the Wolverines. Puente and Cheney behind Dorian under center.
Maybe the Wolverines passed the ball. They could have passed it last time, but Dorian decided to run the ball.
Dorian takes it. Fake handoff. Throws it. Left side, and it's
Nice catch.
caught by Agero, the running back.
Francisco Agero, great catch.
Five-yard gain.
Decent pass from Dorian Gonzalez. Great decision, though. This time he didn't decide to run. He decided to throw in a very mature pass.
3rd down and 5. Let's see if Belen goes with another pass play.
This would
run
be
play option.
This would be a 3rd down and 4. This would be a huge conversion for the Wolverines.
Interesting formation by the Wolverines. Brochek wide out. Fake
fake handoff
left
again.
side. Has a man wide open. Francisco Agero with the 1st down and more for the Wolverines at the 43-yard line.
I think we
Solid
should give a
play
lot
for the
of credit
Wolverines.
to the offensive coordinator, who's doing a great job on this game, mixing up runs with passes, and has gotten some receivers open downfield.
We're seeing the bunch formation pay dividends as they were confused as if it was a run play, but pass option was great play call right there. Francisco Agero with a great gain on the play as the Wolverines have a new set of downs.
And another smart decision by Dorian Gonzalez. As I mentioned in the pregame show, that the Wolverines need to pass the ball more instead of running it pretty much every play.
Dorian under center, takes it, hands it off to Donald Cheney off the left side. He breaks the tackle, breaks another tackle, and he takes it out at the 50-yard line.
That's one of the best 6-yard runs you'll ever see, as he broke a tackle, made a spin move, and escaped a wall of Columbus defenders to get a 7-yard run.
Great run play by Donald Cheney. The offense seems to be turning its wheels right now. Momentum is on our side again, it seems like.
Some good play calls from the offensive coordinator for the Wolverines, as he's showing some trust in his quarterback Dorian Gonzalez, who's now a junior. Last year he was a sophomore. They ran the ball a lot with Don Cheney, and now we're seeing some passes.
Handoff, looks downfield.
Dorian Gonzalez
Pressure,
again.
He takes it. First
Nice
down
run.
on the play, but a flag is thrown. If it is against Columbus, it looks like it's going to be another first down for the Wolverines.
Another good play call by the offensive coordinator. Great play calling.
Holding on the offense, it gets called back.
Great play call, however, on the Wolverines. Just bad decision making.
You know, we discussed the presence of Elijah Roberts earlier today, and while you may not see him getting many sacks and stuff, he is forcing holding penalties on the Belen offense, which may be just as big.
Yeah, the injuries to our offensive line, Elijah Roberts might be getting into their heads early on. We might be seeing a lot more of that coming up, but the offense for the Wolverines seems to be getting some momentum early on in the second quarter, 9 minutes and 4 seconds.
That's why he's such a great player, because he doesn't always need to be on the ball. He could be changing the game off the ball.
7-0, Columbus is up against Belen. Got 3 wide out formation for the Wolverines. Nate Payne on the right side. Dorian takes it.
Another pass for the Wolverines.
Passes it to Don Cheney, but it's incomplete on the play.
We're seeing a lot of passing plays from the Wolverines. I really like it.
Play action scheme is working really well.
Nice job of Dorian to just get rid of the ball after heavy pressure came in from the Columbus offensive line. Don't take the sack and keep it a manageable third down.
Definitely. Third down and 16 for the Wolverines.
You know, you never know if Don Cheney could break a big run here on 3rd and 16. That would be a huge momentum shifter and could possibly put this game in the hands of Belen.
Yeah, maybe he could give that spark, the extra spark for the Wolverines.
Another timeout by Belen. I think that's all of our timeouts for this half.
So we got 9 minutes left. Oh no.
9 minutes. 9 minutes left in the quarter. 1 minute timeout for the Wolverines. So far, it looks like the Wolverines are marching down the field on offense. They finally seem to get things clicking. Play action schemes, run play options. It looks like they're getting their things together on offense. Defense, not much different from the first quarter. First quarter, they've been pretty much stopping Columbus every which way. Only thing is, we just got to watch out for Henry Parrish.
Yeah, that's pretty much been the only thing throughout this game that's been hurting our defense. Henry Parrish. We haven't seen Xavier Henderson hasn't done much in this game against the Wolverines, except for that punt return. However, there was a block in the back on that play, which kind of gave momentum for the Wolverines, and it allowed them to kind of get back into this game. As after that first play from Robert Parrish, it seemed like this game was kind of out of the Wolverines' hands.
You know, this Belen offense has performed very well, but it's gotten a little unlucky with just things can't seem to just go completely right for him. On the Don touchdown run, you had the penalty. The Nate Payne pass was just out of his reach. If they can just fix these little things, Belen could definitely win this game.
Most definitely. Third down and 16 for the Wolverines at the 38-yard line. A false start call on the Wolverines. It's going to get backed up 5 yards. 3rd and 21 for the Wolverines.
Both teams have had a lot of penalties.
A lot of
Though,
penalties, yes.
if the Wolverines could tone it down, they could get a huge edge in this facet of the game and take advantage on offense.
Most definitely. 3rd and 21. We'll see how the Wolverines fare on this play. They have Don Cheney in the backfield. Dorian under center. Nate Payne wide out on the right side.
You don't even need to get the first down here. Just get some yards back, make it a good punt for Brenton Rice.
Toss to
and just
Don
keep
Cheney on the right side. Takes it, breaks the tackle, and goes out of bounds at the 38-yard line. Gets the yardage back, and the punting team is coming onto the field.
A great punt by Brenton Rice would be huge here. Though Columbus's return team has struggled a little bit, already with 2 blocks in the back.
Yeah, most definitely, yeah.
And a smart play there by Don Cheney. No need, showing that he's calm right now. No need to panic because we have around 9 minutes left. We still have 9 minutes left in the first half. A lot of time left.
Definitely a lot of time. Xavier Henderson in the backfield, ready to take the punt. Brenton Rice and the Wolverines ready to punt it off. On 4th and 15, Brenton takes the snap and punts it. It's a big punt.
Great punt by Brenton Rice.
Xavier Henderson
The return by Xavier Henderson.
Out at
Forced out of
roughly
bounds.
the 35-yard line. And that's where
Xavier
they're going to spot it.
Xavier Henderson with a few nice returns today. As he gets about 15 yards on that one. His previous one, he got about 20. But all the penalties forced him back to around their own 10-yard line.
That was a really nice punt return by Xavier Henderson. But let's talk about this Belen defense, which just has been so good today, besides that one play. If they can keep this up, and by the end of the 4th quarter, Columbus's defense has to get tired and allow Don Cheney to get some running room.
Again, another 4 wide-out formation for the Explorers. 3 wideouts on the right side, 1 Henderson on the left hand. Throws it to Henry Parrish off the right side. It's a blocking. Henry Parrish gets about a 10-yard gain on the play for the Explorers.
He seems to gain the first down. Great job by Henry Parrish again. Not a great pass from Brandon McDuffie, but Henry Parrish, what a game he's had. We haven't seen him really in the passing game today, and we see him now.
As we see it again, Henry Parrish is bringing the heat so far in this game. We've seen a lot from him, not a whole lot from Xavier Henderson. Drops back, gives it to Henry Parrish again, off the right side. He breaks through.
Parrish breaks through again!
30, and he fumbles it! Oh, but the Explorers gain it back since it fell out of bounds. Near around the 27-yard line. That would have been huge for the Wolverines, getting the ball back at that soon.
Big
It
play
looked
by
like
Parrish.
It looked like he wasn't even stripped. It looked like he kind of just dropped the ball. That was an odd play and would have been a huge one for the Wolverines, but potentially saved a touchdown run.
Yeah, most definitely. See another 4 wideout formation. Brandon McDuffie, shotgun, motions Henry Parrish to his left side.
In Belen territory.
Brandon McDuffie passes it. That's a big gain for the Explorers, and it's another first down for the Explorers.
Nice wrap up for the Wolverines.
Number 5, Christopher Gibbert, a junior for the Explorers.
Jean-Luc Beaubien again, he's getting himself involved, as there's a missed tackle there by the Wolverines, but Beaubien, it's a nice wrap up.
It looks to be a timeout by the Explorers. Or, oh no, player down on the field for the Wolverines.
Possibly a cramp.
It looks to be Mark Trapp, number 42.
Mark Trapp, a key defensive player for the Wolverines.
This would be a huge loss for the Wolverines defense on the front. Let's hope it's nothing serious, and let's hope we can get back in the second half. But injury timeout for the Wolverines. Yeah, Columbus is leading 7-0 against the Wolverines so far in the second quarter. We've only seen one score today, and we possibly could have saw a second score by Donald Cheney if it wasn't called back for a holding. But so far, Belen has proven that it can stand its ground defensively and offensively. And Columbus so far offensively didn't seem to be clicking much with its receivers. More Henry Parrish, really. Henry Parrish
has really carried this offense. Belen has done an awesome job in the passing game, and Brandon McDuffie has gotten nothing going all night, even shutting down Xavier Henderson, one of the top wide receivers in the nation.
Yeah, great job by Nate Payne. We were expecting this great matchup between Nate Payne and Xavier Henderson and Nate Payne so far done a fantastic job against one of the top receivers in the nation.
Brandon McDuffie takes it, hands it off to Henry Parrish. Again, he takes
Parrish.
it, and he's down at the 3-yard line, and
Parrish
flags
is
come in on the play.
possibly a holding, but Parrish, he's just finding his way through this Wolverines defense, just picking them apart.
Let's see what the penalty call is on the field. A low block, a chop block by the offensive lineman for the Explorers, and that's going to be called back.
More penalties getting called on Columbus. Really been struggling with that this first half.
I believe that's a 15-yard penalty, as chop blocking is very dangerous. Taking out a player's legs like that could really ruin their entire career.
You don't want another player going down again on the field. That
A
would be-
huge, seems like a huge stab in the back for the Explorers, as it's kind of, we don't know yet what's going to happen, but kind of ruining this offensive drive, allowing the Wolverines to regroup themselves.
Looks to be a first down and 25 on the play here. Brandon McDuffie shotgun. Henry Parrish to his left. 4 wideouts. Drops back. 7-step drop back. Throws. Right side. Complete.
The crossing
And is taken
route.
down at the 22-yard line.
Nice
A
wrap
nice
up.
job by the Belen defense of just giving up a short gain and still making it second and very long, about 16 for this Columbus offense.
A nice route there ran. Okay, a nice route there ran by the Explorers receiver.
Yeah, nice route run there. Cross route. Got caught around the 22-yard line. We'll see how the Explorers
As
move on this.
McDuffie also had his O-line really helped him there, as he had all the time in the world. He was about in the pocket for about 8 to 7 seconds. A
Yeah,
lot of time in the pocket.
steps back. Brandon McDuffie
Oh, he
it.
fumbles
Midair.
it!
Belen recovers it.
Oh,
recovers it
huge play for the
at the
Wolverines!
28-yard line.
A huge turnover to change the momentum with the ball deep in
poor-
Belen territory.
A poor mistake by Brandon McDuffie turns out to be a great offensive chance for the Wolverines this drive.
McDuffie's second turnover on the game. He has 1 interception and 1 fumble.
Defensive lineman Nicholas Gonzalez on the recovery. McDuffie has really been shut down all game, which is odd considering he's one of the top dual threat quarterbacks in the state. And this Belen defense are just playing their hearts out.
Most definitely. Looks like the Wolverines' momentum is just getting that much bigger. We must capitalize this offensive drive. Let's hope. We see it. See a timeout called by the Explorers. Wow, what a defensive stop by the Wolverines. Poor mistake by Brandon McDuffie turns into a Wolverines turnover.
Earlier in
Good job.
the
It was a good job of the Wolverines being alert on that play when McDuffie fumbled, because if they weren't being alert on that, maybe McDuffie would have gathered himself up and picked the ball back up again, and the Explorers would still have the ball.
Earlier in the day, we talked about a couple keys to the game, and turnover and field position were both one of them. Belen has done great. Brendan Rice has done well at punter, and especially in turnovers, where Columbus has committed 2 and Belen has committed 0. Those have shaped the impact of the game, as one was in Belen, deep in Belen territory, and could have become points for the Explorers.
Yes, 2 turnovers by Brandon McDuffie, but 3 overall by the Columbus Explorers. Going 4th down on that last drive, didn't convert. That's 3 turnovers by Columbus. Let's hope to capitalize this offensive drive by the Wolverines.
And the penalties and turnovers really killing Columbus here. As the score, it's only a 1-possession game, and the Wolverines have been in this since the start of the game. They have not fallen out.
Dorian takes the snap, gives it to Donald Cheney. He runs off the left side, gets a big gain on the play, about 8 yards. Good run by Donald Cheney.
Some momentum gained by the Wolverines as we're seeing them picking themselves up so far. Nice run by Don Shaney, as hopefully they continue this out. Hopefully they continue that out during this drive for the rest of
It
this
seems
drive.
like every time they hand it off to Cheney, they gave 7-8 yards consistently. He is really one of the best players in the country.
That's why he's a top 30 player in the nation.
He's really turning the wheels this offensive drive. 2nd and 4 for the Wolverines. Another bunch formation. Dorian under center. Motions. Quarterback sneak up the middle. Gets about to the first down marker.
Good play call by the Wolverines.
Looks about to be a 3rd and inches.
I think we might see the same play call on this third down as just pushing forward a little bit will pick up another first down for the
Or maybe
Belen
fake
offense.
the quarterback sneak and throw it down deep. You never know.
That would be something they could really fool him with. And even if on fourth down you can resort to the quarterback sneak, as it's almost a sure bet to get the amount of yards.
Or you
they
could
need.
just give it to your star running back, Don Cheney, and then he just gains like 5
He
yards.
is pretty good.
Yeah, that's a really good option too. Halfback toss would look really good right about now. Could get that first down.
Yeah, they have gained yardage on that halfback toss all game. Worked really well for them, and I need to give some props to the offensive coordinator, who has just called a great game and kept the Columbus defense on their heels.
I don't think we're giving enough props for the offensive line. The offensive line has been showing up so far in this game.
Since that first drive, they've really held their own, even with injuries.
It looks like a wildcat formation, and it gets stopped. A flag on the play. It looks to be a false start on the offense.
Not good for the Wolverines, as they were right there.
Wildcat formation, that looks pretty interesting. I thought that would be a first down, but it's going to be a third and actually, hang on a second. It was a first down on the play. We're looking about a 1st and 15 on this play right here.
I'm glad to know that Belen just picked up a first down, as there's a big difference between 3rd and 5 and 1st and 15, because third down, if you get one play, a loss, you're done. But here you still have multiple opportunities to get the ball downfield.
Dorian understand to give us the Puente, and
Stuffed
he
at the
gets
line of
one.
scrimmage.
Looks to get stopped right at the line of scrimmage, like you said.
I think this
Second down.
I think this offense should just keep feeding the ball to Don Cheney.
So
It seems almost every time they get him the ball, he has a positive game.
So far, the play calls have been paying dividends for the Wolverines offense. I don't see anything bad coming out of the second quarter. At the second quarter, they've been really calling really smart plays out of the gate, getting some wide open options, getting some good looks. This Wolverines offense looks to be getting on fire so far in this early on.
This Wolverines team is playing a hungry and competitive game, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them win.
This has been the best Wolverines performance probably in this
Dorian, play
during
action,
this losing
gets
streak.
caught, throws it near out of bounds, and
Good
this
job.
will come up on a 3rd and 14, but another flag on the play.
Good job of Dorian by throwing that away and not taking the sack. That really would have killed the offense of the Wolverines.
That was a really high football IQ play
It
by
might have
Dorian.
been intentional grounding. We don't know yet.
A very high football IQ play by Dorian to roll out of the pocket, get out of the tackle box, and just chuck it downfield to make sure that they didn't lose any yardage on a big sack.
No flag on the play.
A big 3rd and 15 here for the Belen offense. If they could manage to pick this up, what a momentum swing it would be.
It would definitely be a big momentum swing for the Wolverines offense. 3rd and 14 it seems like.
The Wolverines for the rest of this half need to keep the score as close as possible, obviously. And if they can't score in here, they got to keep Columbus at 7 points.
Dorian, shotgun formation, 2 wideouts, and they switch to the Wildcat. Don Cheney takes it directly, and he gets swallowed up in the backfield.
Great
Yeah, the thing with the
defense
Don
from,
Cheney
from the
Wild-
Explorers, as that was just read perfectly.
Again, we saw this formation going out before they called the false start in the offense. We see it now, and that didn't really pay off for them.
The only problem with the Don Cheney Wildcat is that you know he's not going to throw the ball. So the defense can focus all their attention on just stopping Don Cheney.
This has been
Now, what would be really incredible if they designed a trick play where Don Cheney threw the ball. I think that's a way they could fool Columbus.
As we see another punt from 4th down. Brent Rice, it goes over his head. Oh no! He picks it up and takes it. He fumbles it at the 2. It's a touchdown by the Explorers. A blunder on special teams. Turns out to be a touchdown for the Explorers. That is a huge loss for the Wolverines.
Well,
I literally do not know what to say. That just turnover for the Wolverines, and it just went the worst way possible. Probably took the worst turn.
that's just something you can't afford with a defense playing as good as the Wolverines defense has played. You can't put points in the hand of the special teams.
Even with the offense, they were playing so well. And just
Kicker comes
like that. the Explorers back on the board, 14
Kick is up and good.
14-0. A two-possession game.
Under 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Will look to be our way. Turned out to just slip right out of our hands. Columbus touchdown off of a fumbled punt. Belen receives the ball here, under 4 minutes left in the second quarter. And we do receive the ball in the second half, so we may have another chance at getting a score on the board here.
Hopefully we get a score here, and then we get the ball during the second half. It's a great decision, obviously, at the beginning of the game by Coach Delgado for this kind of situation.
Yes.
Hopefully the Wolverines gain their momentum back right now, because this team, most teams would be deflated at this point, but hopefully the Wolverines, playing with that passion they have, hopefully they keep using that same passion.
If they could score before the end of the half, they then get the ball half at the beginning of the second half, and who knows, another score there, and the game is just like that. It's tied.
Explorers lining up to kick it off to the Belen Wolverines. We look to put up a score here in this upcoming offensive drive.
The offense has just missed on a couple plays, and they can definitely score if given the chance.
And touchback for the Wolverines.
Nice kickoff.
This is a big series for the Belen offense. A score here would be huge. They've been so close. A great game called and some great offensive play. It's just been penalties and just pure luck that has killed them.
And we see another penalty flag on the field as well. Let's see if this gets called back.
And so far, we would have thought that this game, with a score like this, 14-0 in the
Personal
first
foul on
half,
the
you
Explorers.
would think that the game would be such like a big difference, but so it feels like it's like Belen is right there, like getting back in control.
Oh, the chains are moving.
Looks like we have a personal foul against the Columbus Explorers. That's a 15-yard penalty and gives Belen great field position at their own 35-yard line. This is a very bad penalty for the Explorers.
Again,
it could lead to a Belen scoring drive.
Again, another big opportunity for the Wolverines. Let's hope they capitalize this offensive drive. As we see Sebastian Alonso, number 13, in the bunch formation, and 11, Nick Brochek on the right side. Dorian under center, snaps it, looks, gives it to Brochek on the right side, breaks the tackle, he breaks free!
Nice job by Brochek.
Around the 50-yard line. Great pickup by the Wolverines.
Nice pass by Dorian Gonzalez. And we're seeing the passing for the Wolverines been on point today.
That was a great broken tackle by the receiver, but I felt that was definitely a late hit on the play, as he was way out of bounds and he was thrown to the ground. That should have been an extra 15 yards added onto that play, which would have been a huge momentum for Belen and put him deep in Columbus territory.
Now down inches away from Columbus territory. Again, Brochek on the left side. Bunch formation, Dorian under center. Takes it, looks
Jumps
left.
back again.
Same play.
Beautiful
Brochek
pass.
takes it, and he gets another first down on the
Great
play.
job by Brochek.
30.
Dorian Gonzalez, another spectacular pass.
This might be a breakout game and a breakout season for Dorian Gonzalez. He's just been making some very nice throws to begin the season, and the receivers have been making plays.
Down
Outstanding
at the 30,
coaching decisions.
down at the 40-yard line.
Coordinator and Coach Delgado. They've
As
been
we
doing a great job by utilizing the passing game and not only using the running game. Fantastic job.
Nick Brochek down on the sideline. Let's hope he comes back. Let's hope it's nothing serious. Another injured Wolverine.
Belen just cannot seem to catch a break. However, due to a hungry team and really some just good defense and offense, they're still in this game.
It's really heartbreaking for the Wolverines.
We took two other injuries to our team earlier today. Ian Johnson, number 73, to the offensive line. Number 42, Mark Trapp on the defensive line. And now it seems Nick Brochek as a wide receiver.
And also Frankie Perez, a member of the O-line, broke his ankle. Not today, but previous game, but still tough losses for the Wolverines as they just keep getting hit with injuries.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the Columbus 40-yard line. The first time today Belen has been in Columbus territory after a couple of close calls. And a scoring drive would be huge as they get the ball to begin the second half.
Definitely be huge. We see Nate Payne on the field, still in bunch formation. Don Cheney, left side, number 13, Sebastian Alonso, number 2, Nathaniel Payne. Dorian under center, takes the snap, hands it out to Don Cheney. Almost gets swallowed up and gets more yards out of the play.
Again,
Down
same
at the
thing
34-yard line.
Missed tackles for Explorers, positive yards for the Wolverines. Not many positive yards, but still, great job of Don Cheney breaking that tackle in the backfield.
As you said, positive yardage for the Wolverines. 3rd and 4. They seem to be in field goal range.
3 minutes left in the first half.
This is a huge 3rd down. And I believe that even if they don't get it, they're still going to go for it, provided they don't lose a lot of yardage.
Definitely, definitely. 3rd and 4. Dorian under center. Nate Payne on the right-hand side.
14-0 game so far.
Takes the snap. Throws it right side of Nate Payne. He drops it on
Another
the play.
drop. Another drop by Nate Payne.
Would have been
Really
a big game for the
struggling
Wolverines.
Struggling offensively for Nate Payne. However, on defense, he's been doing a great job.
And it looks like the team is staying on the field. We may be seeing another play on 4th down for the Wolverines. They're going to go for it.
Yeah,
That
from the
probably
Wolverines that go for this play. You only got about 2 minutes and a half left in this half. You're losing 14-0 against an outstanding Columbus team. You need to go for it.
That probably should have been a 1st down. A nice pass by Dorian Gonzalez, but Nate Payne just couldn't come up with it.
Again, as we mentioned, Nate Payne on the right-hand side. Dorian under center. Same play. Oh, he takes it. He
Nate
throws
Payne
it
does
deep. It's caught by Nate Payne inside the 5.
Spectacular catch!
What a catch by
Great
Nate
job
Payne.
on the sideline getting his feet in bounds as that is a Belen 1st down at the 7-yard line.
Nate Payne bouncing back from the 2 dropped passes.
He definitely makes up for what he did on the last down.
Great
as we
play.
are inside Columbus 10-yard line for 1st and goal.
Great play by Nate Payne. This may be our chance to get a touchdown here.
And if we get a touchdown, that'd be huge because we get the ball in the second half.
What a throw and ability to escape the pocket with Dorian Gonzalez. He has a lot of athletic ability. He just uncorked it downfield to a nice catch by Nate Payne.
Yeah, he was almost discombobulated on that play. He twisted his whole body for that throw. Amazing throw and amazing play by Nate Payne. Dorian takes it, hands it off to Donald Cheney inside the 5, and he's taken down for a loss on the play of a yard. 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
This is a must-score situation for the Wolverines. You need to put up 7 points. You cannot take 3 points.
Definitely,
You need
most
to put
likely.
up 7 points.
We need to take those 7 points immediately. We need to get back into this game. And as we mentioned before, we're getting it in the second half as we will run the clock down for the 2-minute warning here in this game. Oh, timeout by Columbus.
Looks like that's Columbus' last timeout, and this is a critical point of the game for the Wolverines. While it looked like they had lost all that momentum after the touchdown by Columbus, a touchdown here, and they get the ball at half, very quickly this could be a tie game.
Yeah, the Wolverines have been doing a great job keeping their heads up throughout this game. There's been multiple plays that from Henry Parrish that just have been really deflating the defense. You see for about 2 plays, and then it just bounced back. And now you see the offense just going against this Columbus defense, and it seems as if they've been wearing them out the whole game. They were wearing them out with the run in the first quarter, and on the second quarter they've shown the passing game, and it's really helped them as now they're inside the 5-yard line.
Belen's defense has really slowed down Columbus offense because the scoring plays, there's not been any consistent driving. It's just been a 75-yard touchdown and a punt snap over the guy's head for another touchdown.
As we see Belen Wolverines coming out of the timeout.
Big play for the Wolverines here on 2nd down.
2nd down and goal at the 6-yard line. They'll look to resume the game here in a couple seconds.
This is important. You don't even need to score here. Just pick up a couple of yards to get closer and closer for 3rd and 4th down.
As we see Nate Payne on the right side. Dorian Gonzalez under center. Fakes the handoff to Donald Cheney. Takes it himself. And he gets taken
Great
down
defense
for
by the-
another loss
Great
on the
defense
play.
by the Explorers.
Great defense.
If I'm the Wolverines, I do the play action. It's been working this whole game. And I think right now the Explorers are expecting to run since you're so close to the end zone with Don Shaney. But Dorian Gonzalez so far, as we've mentioned, he's been exceptional today.
Yeah, at the 7-yard line, the pass play could work for them. They have enough space to get a man wide open and could get a pass in.
In previous Belen years, I wouldn't have said this, but I feel relatively confident that a pass is coming here on 3rd and goal from about the 7 or 8 yard line.
Yeah, we've really never seen this in the past 5 years, them passing the ball this much. Huge play for the Wolverines.
Dorian under
maybe
center,
the biggest
looks like
so
a
far in
man
this
blitz
game.
by the Columbus Explorers. Hands it off to Don Cheney off the left
Don
side.
Cheney to the
He has
side.
a chance. He gets in for the touchdown. The Wolverines get on the
A
board
huge touchdown for
with
the
6.
Wolverines.
Great
Don
play by the
Cheney.
Wolverines.
That makes it 14-6 as the Wolverines are in this game and making it close. Don Cheney took it off the edge and showed off that speed for an 8-yard touchdown.
57 seconds left in the second quarter and in the first half.
If the Belen defense can stop him here, Belen gets the ball back at half and could make this a tie game.
Most
Belen
definitely.
has done a great job looking to stop this losing streak. What a fantastic job by the coaching staff and players.
As we see the attempt at the PAT.
Here's Rice out for the extra point, and
Snap's good. Kick is up, and it's good.
Right down the middle. And the Wolverines are back in it. 14-7. One possession game with 57 seconds left in the first half.
Definitely a great game so far. Belen has proven it can come back. We've seen great football on both sides of the field for Belen. It's been a stunning game so far for us.
after the first play of the game, a 75-yard run by Henry Parrish, he didn't like where this was going, but really this Belen defense has stepped up, haven't given up any more points. The offense has stepped up, scoring a touchdown. We just have, even the special teams have been good besides that one snap over the punter's head for a touchdown.
Yeah, that's definitely a bad blunder for the team, but we could come back and tie this game in the second half.
And what a job well done by Dorian Gonzalez. We were not expecting them to pass the ball this much, and Dorian Gonzalez just pulling off the unexpected, passing the ball to Nick Brochek and Nate Payne.
And
Fantastic job.
And as you mentioned Dorian Gonzalez, I'd like to point out Brandon McDuffie has not been having a great game so far, and he hopes to turn it around in the second half, but we're stopping the passing game. The run game is the one thing that's killing us on the defensive front.
And if we stop this run, if we could somehow stop this run game, which we are capable of doing, Belen has a very well chance of winning this game. Great kick by Brandon Rice, a touchback.
Personally, I think Dorian has probably had a better game than Brandon McDuffie.
As it seems, yeah. As the Columbus Explorers take on the field again with 57 seconds, they're going to try and put up a score. 0 timeouts on either side, so the clock will run if the ball is downed inbounds.
The Wolverines need to stop the Explorers here. With 57 seconds left in this half, this is a must stop. You cannot let them score whatsoever.
You most definitely cannot let them score here.
You get the
but
ball in
I
the
have
second.
faith that they won't.
Yeah, you get the ball in the second
Henry
half.
Parrish handoff on the right side, breaks a tackle, and is stopped around the 27-yard line. 7-yard gain for the Explorers.
Henry Parrish keeps
Another
doing a
man
good
down
job.
for the Wolverines.
At this point of the game, with Columbus having no timeouts, a 7-yard run is okay because it's not going to get them anywhere with about 45 seconds left. However, that injury for Belen does give Columbus a timeout, and it's very sad to see, mostly for the injury.
We've seen a lot of men on the Belen side go down. We hope to see them back on the field again.
The Wolverines just keep getting hit by injuries.
Let me tell you, I am proud of this Wolverine team and the way they've played. The offense, even if it wasn't for a couple close breaks, they could be winning this game.
They could be blowing us out most definitely. This game has been proving that the Wolverines can play really good offense and play really good defense.
And everybody's been doubting the Wolverines thinking that the Explorers would take 15 straight games in a row. And the Wolverines trying to prevent that. And they've done a great job so far, but Explorers still have a lead.
If not for one punt touchdown and a touchdown for Belen called back, Belen would be winning this game. It's not, Columbus has not dominated this game in any fashion. Belen has been in it all the way.
Most definitely. Belen is looking like they're pretty much having the momentum throughout this entire game, as we see both teams go back on the field.
Coach. What? Yeah. These two, right? Yeah.
The Explorers back on the field. Same formation, 4 wideouts, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. Henry Parrish behind Brandon McDuffie. He throws. It is incomplete off the right-hand side. Good tip up by Nicholas Gonzalez.
Nice deflection.
It's already 3rd and 3. Belen can get the ball back, a big punt return. Who knows? They can get a field goal.
There's still 44 seconds on the clock. It could be a very good
Anything
possibility.
can happen.
But this is where Belen, using all their timeouts, doesn't look so good.
Anything can happen, though.
Anything can happen in a football game.
That is very true.
As we see, 4 wide out, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. Brandon McDuffie hands it off to Henry Parrish. He gets
Oh,
swallowed
great job
up
by the
at the
Wolverines.
line. A loss of 2 on the play down at the 24-yard line. The Wolverines look to take it back, but the clock is running. Looks like it.
What a
Great
play
job
by
by
the
the
Belen
Wolverines.
defense. They tried to run the ball, and I think Belen saw it coming as that defensive line converged and had great penetration
And we were
straight
talking
up the
about-
middle and knocked back Henry Parrish.
And we were saying if the Wolverines can somehow stop this run game and keep doing what they've been doing defensively, they could very well win this game.
Columbus is looking to run out the clock here at the end of the half. And
That will be the end of the first half, and it's Belen 7, Columbus 14. Belen's get the ball at half, and they can win this game.
most definitely, we've seen a great, outstanding performance by Donald Cheney and Dorian Gonzalez on offense. Defensively, the Wolverines have stood up against that explosive Explorers offense, and we hope to see more out of the Wolverines in that second half. And welcome back at the halftime. We have 2 minutes left in this halftime as the Columbus Explorers lead against the Belen Wolverines 14-7. How do you think we've been looking up so far? I think we've been looking pretty good, really.
Well, I mean, it all starts with the defense. The defense is playing a great game. On the first play of the game, they gave up a 75-yard run to Henry Parrish. It looked like this game might get out of hand quick, but the defense has not allowed another point for the rest of the game. While the offense has scored a touchdown, it has relied less on Don Cheney and more on Dorian and the passing attack, which has been really, really good. If not for a few penalties or unlucky plays, this game could be with Belen in the lead, as they're losing 14-7, having given up a special teams touchdown on a bad snap.
Defensively, we've seen Shawnee come up with a huge interception that pretty much changed the game. It kind of helped the Belen get back in it. And we've seen the front seven done a good job, and the secondary, as I said, they've been doing an amazing job preventing Xavier Henderson, especially Nathaniel Payne preventing Xavier Henderson. He's done a great job. He's a top 70 player in the nation, one of the top receivers in the nation, and Nathaniel Payne's locked him down in this game.
Both sides of the football for Belen has been really well so far, pretty outstanding. I'm Andres Fernero. I'm your play-by-play commentator, and to my left, I have two wonderful human beings with me.
Jose Zaraluki.
And Jose Costa, and we're the color commentators. Really, we've seen a great game, and I'd say Dorian, Nate Payne, and all the receivers have probably outplayed Brandon McDuffie and Xavier Henderson.
And don't forget Nick Brochek. He's had about 4 receptions, maybe even 5.
I believe
and
he's outplayed Xavier Henderson on his own.
Yeah, he's had probably over 30 yards, maybe even 40 yards right now against a star-studded defense for the Explorers.
Belen will get the ball first at the beginning of the second half, losing 14-7 with an opportunity to tie the game right here.
Yeah, might I add, those touchdowns did not come off of Brandon McDoherty. As we've seen, he's not been doing so well in the passing game. He fumbled once, and that was near the end of the second quarter, and he got an interception late in the first quarter against Jean-Luc Bobian. That passing game isn't looking too well so far for the Explorers, and the running game has been basically carrying that Columbus offense.
And also great play calling by Coach Delgado and trusting his quarterback, Dorian Gonzalez, trusting him in a pass, because last year he didn't do that much. And this year here in our first game, we're seeing him against the Columbus Explorers. This is the biggest rivalry for the Wolverines and probably one of their most important games. And he's done a great job in trusting his quarterback.
I think this game could change Nathaniel Payne's whole career. As a number one corner, he's really been shutting down Xavier Henderson, and he might start getting looks from colleges, pretty big ones too, if he can stop a guy like Xavier Henderson.
And on the other side of the field, he's proven that he can catch the ball. As his first 2 plays, getting the ball in his hands, he dropped it. It was a bad drop by Nathaniel Payne. Those 2 passes, he would have had a 40-yard gain on his first catch, and a 10-yard gain that would have helped us early on in that other drive. But he did help us out, get a huge gain, and get that touchdown for the Wolverines on the board.
Well, Dorian was on the run on 4th down and chucked it 35 yards running down the sideline to Nathaniel Payne, who did an incredible job to just go up, get the ball, and stay in bounds down around the 6-yard line.
An amazing play by Nathaniel Payne. We hope to see more out of that passing offense of the Wolverines, as we've been seeing really good things from the running side of things with Donald Cheney. Donald Cheney has been doing really good things.
With a touchdown run. He had the touchdown run, and he's broken out for a few plays. He broke out for one run that was probably around 50 to 60 yards, but the play got called back because of a holding on the offense.
So far, Donald Cheney, the plays offensively being called were pretty outstanding. Play action, run options. It's been absolutely stunning by the offensive coordinator, these plays. I've actually been very, very,
impressed.
We've seen a lot of motion, trickery, and I believe what has really fooled Columbus, it's much more passing than expected, much more than in previous years. And not only has it been quality, it's been not only has it been quantity, it's been quality. It's been very effective, which also opens up the run game for Don Cheney.
Yes, as we've seen, 50 seconds left in halftime. Your Belen Wolverines will be receiving in the second half, hoping to put another score on the board, maybe tying this game early on, hoping to defeat the Columbus Explorers for the first time out of these 15 games we've been playing against Columbus.
You know, both teams have had a lot of penalties in this first half. That was a real problem as Columbus especially, personal fouls, unsportsmanlike conduct, false starts, blocks in the backs, and it slowed down both teams' offenses. But really, if Belen cleans up, this could be a huge part of the game that they can take advantage of and swing momentum in their favor.
As we see Belen and Columbus going out on the field, getting ready for the kickoff and the start of the second half.
Alejandro Prado out to kick for the Wolverines, as his first 2 kicks have both been touchbacks.
Start the second half. Columbus will kick off and defend the south end zone.
Explorers ready to kick off here.
And now 14-7 game. Wolverines trailing by 1 possession to 7 points.
They can't hear you.
Kicking off
They can't hear you.
the Explorers, number 88, Alejandro Prado.
Here we go, start of the second half.
Francisco Agero.
Belen will look to take the ball down the field here and tie up this game in a really well-played, well-fought game.
What really proved for the Wolverines was the offense and defense, both sides of the football, really big momentum, and penalties basically hurting the Explorers and helping out the Wolverines get their points up.
Yeah, a lot of people were doubting the Wolverines coming into this game, and right now it's looking pretty positive for the Wolverines right now. Only trailing by 7 points, and hopefully they can tie this game up on this possession.
And the kick is up, high kick,
A short kick.
taken by the Wolverines at the 7-yard line, taken up the 15, the 20, the 25, taken down at the 25-yard line.
Decent return, about a 20-yard
Nice return, gives us good field position, about 5 yards more than a touchback would have given us. And let's see what this offense can do.
Dorian Gonzalez coming back on the field. Let's see if Coach Delgado is going to keep passing with him. In the second quarter, they passed with him, and it allowed the Wolverines to get back into this game, and maybe it can help them get the lead in this game.
As we've seen great things from Dorian and Donald Cheney, both seem to be really good, really
If they can keep this up all season, it'll be a really dynamic Belen offense.
good dynamic duo out of the offense. Bunch formation, hands it off to Donald Cheney up the middle, goes down about the 30-yard line, maybe the 29.
Good start to the second half, a solid 5 yards. That'll make it about 2nd and 5. Just keep that up, 5-yard, 4-yard gains, keep the offense on schedule, and this team will methodically drive down the field, which will tire out the Columbus offense.
As we've seen the Columbus defense, they were pretty tired out. The front seven hasn't really been stopping the run game as much as we would expect.
Yeah, the Wolverines, they pretty much planned that out well. In the first quarter, they were running the ball out. They didn't really pass it, and they completely wore down this defense of the Explorers, got them tired, and they started passing the ball, starting confusing the players.
Halfback tossed it down. Cheney, he's up for a first down and more
Big first down for the Wolverines.
at the
7
39-yard line.
7 yards on the carry, and really, Don Cheney is having a spectacular game.
Great game so
The
far.
The 4-star recruit currently, Don Shaney, he got downgraded from a 5-star, but he's currently the highest rated 4-star. Maybe after this game, they put him back up to a 5-star.
Against a good Columbus defense, he has consistently churned out yards and make defenders miss.
As we see the Belen offense coming back, another bunch formation. Dorian takes it, quarterback sneak up the middle, and he gets about 2 yards on the play. Another interesting play call by the Wolverines. We've seen the same play about 3 times in the first half. They did prove dividends as they gave us pretty good yardage on first down.
They're looking to take advantage of Dorian's impressive athleticism, which has landed him a baseball scholarship from UM. Great two-way athlete. And
He's also
really
very
is the type
athletic
of quarterback that can run the ball.
Yeah, he's very athletic, as you said, and we haven't seen him run the ball a lot. We've seen him, he has around 3 carries in this game. We've seen him pass the ball a lot, which obviously we weren't expecting, as you've mentioned.
Single wide out on the right-hand side. Nick Brochek, Dorian under center, takes it, looks right, throws. Nick Brochek off the right side, gets it to about the 46-yard line. Great
Nice
game.
pass. Nice pass and a great job by the receiver, Nick Brochek. He's had a fantastic game today.
This will bring up a huge 3rd and 4. I would suspect a run to Don Cheney or an out pass, as both the out routes and the runs to Don Cheney have been working really, really well. As with Columbus, defenders seem to be playing pretty deep, leaving the out route open and easy to get.
Yeah, it seems as if the Columbus cornerbacks, they did not see this coming. You could definitely tell that. And they're just shell-shocked of what this offense of the Wolverines has been doing
Again,
in the
bunch
passing
formation,
game.
single wide out. Toss to Don Cheney off the left side. Pressure is on. He gets to the outside, and a loss on the play of about 3 yards.
Great defense from the Explorers.
Well, this is where the special teams could come up big. If Brenton Rice can flip the field here and get it deep in Columbus territory, defense get a stop, get the ball in good field position, and this offense could be right back on a roll.
Let's hope not to give out a high snap again. That was a bad play by the center, long snapper, in the first half, giving up a big touchdown for the Columbus Explorers as we see Brenton Rice lining up for the punt. Takes a snap, perfect snap, kicks it, high kick.
To dangerous Xavier Henderson.
Xavier Henderson takes it about the 35, and he gets, he breaks free, and he's down at about the 40-yard line.
He's done a fantastic job returning the ball in the punts. Yes, that's his 3rd return for over
10 yards. Over 10 yards.
Multiple-digit yard gains.
Xavier Henderson, we thought he would be a really big threat downfield for the offense, but he's been proving the kick return game pretty well.
Well, also on offense, Nathaniel Payne has really been able to shut him down and has done a good job as Belen's top corner.
As we see a 3 wide out on the right-hand side for the Explorers.
The Wolverines defense done a great job this game. Let's see if they can stop the run game in this half.
Parrish.
They're going to run it
Gets the
right away
handoff.
with Parrish.
Left side. Gets taken down
Nice
to about
game
the
by Parrish.
46-yard line.
Solid game by Parrish. He's had a fantastic game. Over 100 rushing yards, and he hasn't even reached 10 carries yet.
2nd and 2 for the Columbus Explorers, and really, I wouldn't be surprised to see a pass here, as it's 2nd and short, and even if they were to make it incomplete.
Oh, man down on the field. Big loss for the Wolverines here as Nate Payne is down on the ground.
Another loss for the Wolverines. They just keep getting hit with injuries.
It looks like it might be a cramp for Nate Payne, which would be much better than a serious injury that would keep him out for the game. We should see him back soon.
As we take an injury timeout here. So far, Belen Wolverines offense seems to still have that same momentum in the first half. Defense, same situation. It's just the run game has been proving dividends for the Explorers, and we've been trying to stop them all game. But the passing game for the Explorers, we've been shutting down pretty efficiently.
Yeah, we knew that the run game was going to be effective for the Explorers, and we thought the passing game, as we've mentioned a bunch of times throughout this podcast, we thought the passing game for the Explorers was going to be on point, destroying the Wolverines secondary. But the Wolverines have prevailed, and they've really done a good job of stopping the passing game and stopping Brandon McDuffie.
Yeah, great plays by the defense in general. Mcmillan with an interception early on in the first half really did turn around the defensive side of things.
We'll have to see if they can keep up this great defense on pass downs with Nate Payne out of the game now. It looked like he had opportunity to pick up some more yards, but then he just fell down very awkwardly. And I think it's because of this injury.
It seemed as if he slipped, and then he got and then he got hit right when he got on the ground. That maybe it might have been his hip, if anything.
As we see Hayden Puente in the backfield, Dorian under center, Nate Payne on the left-hand side. He drops back, throws it to Nate Payne, and it is incomplete again on the left-hand side. That would have been a first down for the Wolverines, but now it is 4 and 6, it seems like, and we will be punting it off to the Explorers.
The out route got open again. It looks like it was just missed either by Dorian or through Nate's hands. But this offense can drive the ball down the field.
Dorian Gonzalez
has been productive. It's just these kind of mistakes.
Yeah, the quarterback Dorian Gonzalez received a lot of pressure on that play. In fact, it was incredible for him even to get rid of the ball, as the O-line just got wrecked on that play.
As we see Belen getting ready to punt the ball off again. Xavier Henderson in the backfield.
Let's see if the Wolverines this time can limit Xavier Henderson to possibly doing a fair catch, or if anything limit him to about 5 yards.
Let's hope Don gets back out on the field for the next series. And he's a huge part of the Belen offense.
Xavier Henderson, that key for Columbus.
And looks like we're going to be
Looks like the
team, well, Columbus is huddled up, and we don't know quite what's going on, but we do see Don still on the field. On the other hand, on the far side.
Let's see how the Wolverines can rebound after losing Don Cheney, possibly for the rest of this game, which would be a tough loss for the Wolverines.
Actually, no, it's Nate Payne on the far side, actually.
Right.
And Brendan Rice out for the punt. He's had a couple good punts today, and besides that one special teams blunder that led to the touchdown, it's been very good.
It has been very good. Punts have been pretty well for the Wolverines. On the return is Xavier Henderson for the Explorers. Snap is up. Rice kicks it.
Oh,
Pretty
great
good punt.
Oh, an incredible punt.
Xavier
as
Henderson
that's
takes
very
it down at the
deep.
20. Runs
Xavier
around
Henderson.
on the right hand side. Takes it up 25, 30, 35, 40. Taken down at the 43-yard line.
Oh, but we have a flag back at about the 23-yard line.
Possibly a block in the back.
Could be against Columbus.
And Xavier Henderson's just done a great job returning the ball.
Henderson has been doing a great job on the special teams side of things for the Explorers.
Yeah, and offensively just keeps getting locked down by Nate Payne.
Let's see what the call here is.
They're still conversing on what is going on here.
Looks like the refs are having a serious conversation, and they're not 100% sure what the call is.
Yeah, this is a pretty lengthy one. We don't know quite sure what's going on here. The call here.
While we're here, why don't we talk about the big game this weekend, the one everybody knows about? Florida versus UM. Guys, what are your score predictions?
You know what? I'll pass on that one.
Jaron Williams is a solid quarterback, and true freshman, had one completion though in his whole career, but still true freshman. He's got a lot of talent. He's a 4-star recruit. Obviously, he was good enough to start over Tate Martell, and also Brevin Jordan for the Canes. He's gonna burn CJ Henderson. And yeah, the Canes are taking this one.
I say Florida takes this one 35-10 behind a dominant game by Felipe Franks.
You know, I'm actually glad that you mentioned that, because Xavier Henderson, his brother, is actually a recruit, actually a player for UF.
One of the best corners in the country.
And could be potentially a top 10 pick in the draft, as people have been saying.
We have offsetting fouls here, as Columbus is called for a personal foul, but Belen is called for a block in the back. But
Those offsets, so it means...
But what I'm confused about is Belen wasn't the one with the ball. So how did they get called for a block if they didn't have the ball?
I don't know. We'll see how the defense holds this drive. 14-7, Columbus is leading with 5 minutes and 48 seconds here in the third quarter. Both teams still have their 3 timeouts.
Both of these crowds haven't really been in it because this game's pretty much been all defense, it seems. And the crowd has been pretty silent for both teams.
Oh, they actually...
What? What the?
What is going on here?
We're declining.
Very confusing on what's going on.
Very confusing penalties, and it looks like they're spotting the ball at our 37-yard line. I'm not too sure what's going on.
He returned the punt. Oh, it looks like the kick is being redone.
Oh, it is, okay.
So
Fourth
Brendan
and
Rice
6.
will come back out to punt.
For Brenton Rice.
6.
Very odd. Brenton Rice kicks it again. Great punt. Fair catch at about the
Great job by the Wolverines.
26-yard
Finally,
line.
a fair catch by Xavier Henderson as
Looks
he's
like
been
those-
dominating
Those
the
two
special teams
penalties
turning.
really swung stuff because Xavier Henderson had taken the punt to the 43-yard line, but now they'll get it at the 26. A very good punt by Brendan Rice.
Very interesting callback there. I was not too sure what was going on, and then all of a sudden they redid the punt.
And it was a good one.
It was a very good one for the Wolverines.
Also, nice job by the coverage team to get back there and force Xavier Henderson and not have a return play.
Yeah,
Fair catch
the
called.
Wolverines really struggled with that throughout this game.
First down, 10.
If we win, we're storming the field.
As you mentioned, Xavier Henderson on the right-hand side. McDuffie takes it, hands it off to Parrish.
A nice two-yard stop for the Belen defense, as it seems they've really focused in on the run with McDuffie's struggles tonight, and they've been stopping it.
Another Belen player down on the field.
3, second down, 7.
As Belen takes a timeout, it seems like here.
It looks like another Belen player with cramps. It's really been a struggle with this heat for the Belen team, which is surprising considering they're practicing it all the time.
We've had about 7 or 8 injured Belen players. Some of them have come back into the game, like Nick Brochek and Mark Trapp. We have yet to hear or see any side of Donald Cheney coming back on the field for the offense, and that could be huge for this team.
Yeah, thankfully it's a night game, because if it was a day game, imagine everybody would be getting cramps.
You know, Jay Ajayi once drank pickle juice at Boise State when he had a cramp. Maybe they should try that.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not that hot. As we see both teams huddled.
And so far, a really
That's-
positive look for the offensive line with pretty much a few of their backups playing right now.
That's number 99, nose guard Brandon Deeb, who got hurt.
He's walking off
So
the
what I
field
was saying
right
about the
now.
O-lines, they've been playing outstanding for this game, protecting Dorian very well and allowing the passing game to be successful.
The game is back on again. Brandon McDuffie in the backfield, shotgun formation. Gives it off to Henry Parrish once again. Off the left side, he breaks free. 50,
Parrish.
45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown,
Columbus.
Explorers. Another big run for Henry Parrish and the Explorers. That is 2 touchdowns for Henry Parrish today. An insane breakout play for Henry Parrish.
Parrish
Just
probably about 200 yards maybe in this game as
He
he's just destroyed.
burnt out the
this game.
defense that
He's
play.
he's just too explosive. He's too explosive. He has like 10 carries and has almost 200 yards. He's just so explosive that he can score a touchdown if he wanted to, like whenever he wants.
PAT is up and it's good for the Explorers. 21-7. Explorers are up against the Wolverines. 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Both teams still have their 3 timeouts. Guys, what do you think about Henry Parrish?
The
He's
Wolverines.
fast. He's very fast.
Yeah, he is fast. The Wolverines still have a chance, but we need to have, again, the passing game needs to be on point, and we need to drive fast because our drives normally take a lot of time, which is fine, but at one point in the fourth quarter, if anything, right now it's the third quarter, so we're fine, but in the fourth quarter, if we're still going slow, we might not even have enough time because so far our offense hasn't been able to do enough. It's done a great job, but just not enough.
We're down 2 scores in this game, and as Wolverines look to receive it here near the end of the third quarter,
And if we don't get Don, the Wolverines need to get Don back on the field for this series.
Yeah, he's obviously the biggest impact player for the Wolverines, as we all knew that.
Oh, fumbled.
And
And it looks
the
to be
tables
recovered by the Explorers.
And the tables are turning completely.
The momentum is shifting towards Columbus.
Looks like he just plain dropped the kick right there. And it
Oh,
bounced
actually,
forward.
never mind. The Belen Wolverines get the
Oh,
ball back.
that's
They catch a huge break as the Wolverines get the ball back.
That
Again-
would have been horrible.
Still, that is a big gut punch for this offense. Even though it was overturned, it still is a gut punch. This offense needs to drive down the field and get a score up.
I mean, every time Columbus has scored, Belen's done something good right back. At least lately. And anytime Columbus does something really good, Columbus does something good back. So hopefully we can get back to where we were.
At the Wolverine 23.
Dorian Gonzalez back on the field again. No sign of Donald Cheney. Bunch formation, Puente in the backfield. Nick Brochek wide out on the right-hand side. Takes a snap, takes it himself. Dorian gets about 2 yards on the play.
Not a bad play call, I understand that. Maybe Explorers expecting a pass there. Maybe the Wolverines catch them off guard.
The Wolverines need to focus more on pass plays now that we don't have Don in the game as of right now. We need to focus on passing it more to our receivers.
Looks like the Explorers have taken the momentum, but I'm confident this Belen team can seize it back.
Definitely, definitely. We still have enough time. We still have our timeouts. We have
We
the
still
ball.
have a lot of football to be played, but still, it's a two-possession game, and that's
100%.
It's not a lot, but it is at the same time for the how this game's been going. It's been pure defense. Columbus has done a great job defensively. I mean, it's tough for the Wolverines every time.
Different formation for the Wolverines. Shotgun, 2 wide out on the right-hand side. He throws it right, completes it,
Oh,
incomplete.
Oh,
Looks like he escaped the pressure from Elijah Payne right there, from Elijah Roberts, but
Francisco Agero dropped the pass.
Francisco
25.
Agero just couldn't make the catch.
Could have been a pretty good gain there.
that's about 5 drop passes for the Wolverines in this game. Not good. Dorian Gonzalez has done a great job of throwing it on target. Just the receivers need to catch it every time.
Dorian Gonzalez has been proving that he's a good quarterback for this Wolverines offense. Dorian under center. Throws
Just
it
back.
to Nick Brochek,
Pass.
complete
Oh, what
at
a
the
catch.
30-yard
Nick
line.
Brochek's done a great job this game. Hasn't
Nice
dropped a
catch
pass.
by
He's done a
Third
fantastic
down
job.
and 3 for the Wolverines.
Dustin Venus on the tackle for the Explorers. Ball at the 41.
Actually, 4th down and 3 as the punting team will come on the field. I saw in that last drive, Isaiah Fuller, number 16, a junior, was in at halfback.
Looks like the punting team will come out here in 4th and 2.
Not good for the Wolverines at all.
A nice catch by Nick Brochek, but not enough for the first.
Not a good look for the Wolverines at all. 3 minutes left in the third quarter, trailing 21-7.
Punt is outside at the 40. Where are the refs going to call this
Call
one?
it out.
At the 49 of the Wolverines.
A bad punt there by Brenton Rice. But if the defense can get a turnover and get some momentum going, they can take back this game.
Still a close game, 2-score game here, 21-7. Columbus Explorers are up
Pretty much the
against.
same position we were in last year, trailing 21 to 24-7, and pretty much same position. We were in it pretty much the whole game, and then Columbus just kind of takes off.
Belen has probably had a more consistent offense, but Columbus has just had a couple of explosive plays that have them in this game.
McDuffie takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throws it right-hand side to Gibbert, and gets an 8-yard gain out on the play.
Nice job to trip him. He looked like he had a lot of space in the open field.
He definitely would have broke up for a touchdown there, I felt like. Defense comes up big on that play. Second down and 2.
While at the Wolverines,
Second down and 3 for the Wolverines.
42-yard line.
Looks like we need to get Don back in this game if we're going to make a comeback. He's just such an explosive athlete. He's nearly impossible to replace.
Motion. Duffy takes it, gives it to Parrish. He breaks free, and he gets tackled down at the 36, 35-yard line.
Picking up the first down, Parrish. He's done a fantastic job. He's just such an explosive player that Belen seems that they can't even handle him.
He's very hard to contain.
So far, this game has been purely run attack for the Explorers. Their passing game hasn't been proving anything.
Belen's pass defense has been very, very good. It's been the run where they've struggled a little bit.
As you see, Duffy takes the snap. 5-step drop back. Throws. Complete down the middle. Another first down for the Explorers. They seem to be marching down the field. They got the momentum now.
And the Explorers just taking control of this game completely. As the Wolverines just, it seems as if they can't anymore. The Explorers too talented for the Wolverines.
Another
too
hurry up offense
explosive.
play. Duffy shotgun, gives it to Parrish. Almost gets swallowed up. He evades 2 tackles. Evades another one. Breaks free at the 20, at the 15. He breaks another one.
My.
10, 5, touchdown.
Oh my goodness.
What a play.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable play
What
by
just happened?
Parrish.
Henry Parrish breaks 4 tackles and jukes 3 men and gets his 3rd touchdown of the game.
Henry Parrish is a monster so far this game. This Belen front 7 has been they've just been getting the life taken out of them. The front 7.
They could not bring him down as he just kept bouncing off tacklers and scored again.
That was just an incredible play. As I said, Parrish is too explosive, it seems.
Extra point attempt. Oh, another. Sorry, we see another Wolverine down on the field. This is about the 9th or 10th Belen player down on the field, maybe due to cramps again.
The Belen has really struggled with cramps today, as this heat tonight has been brutal for them. Meanwhile, Columbus has been very lucky, not suffering 1 injury.
See the extra point attempt here by Columbus. See lining up for the extra point, waiting on the ref's call.
Explorers are going to take a 27-7 currently. The extra point should make it 28-7. Just, they took off on Belen.
Belen's been getting the life taken out of them out in the second half so far. This third quarter has pretty much been Columbus.
Yeah, Columbus with a 14-0 edge in the quarter with this kick. When it seemed like Belen had all the momentum, Columbus has seemed to have seized it back.
Yeah, Belen in the first part of this second half, the first 5 minutes, kind of, they were playing well and they were still in the game. It was a 7-point game. They had momentum and they just lost it.
Yeah, 1:27 left here in the third quarter. 28-7. The Explorers are up, and
It looks
we're
like
not backing down.
It looks like Belen's going to need some offense on this drive. But if they can score here and the defense can get a stop, take back the momentum, they can get back in it.
We've seen way too many comebacks in football recently. Obviously, one to point out, 28-3 Falcons and Patriots in the Super Bowl. One recently, Chiefs versus Titans in the playoffs, 22-3 at the half. The Titans came back and won against the Chiefs in that playoffs game. Very much could be the same in this here game against the Explorers. 28-7.
We still have a chance.
Still have a chance to probably tie this game up and
Short kick.
takes down at the 15. And
Solid
out
return.
at the, more,
About 20.
maybe around the
about a
27-yard line.
A nice return by Francisco Agero as he broke a couple of tackles and was able to make it all the way out to the 27.
Great
Let's see if this
tackle.
Belen offense can get something going.
We need to get something going if we want to stay in this game. Belen's down 28-7. If they get a score up here, it could very much be a close game if the defense holds out.
A score here, a turnover from the defense, and they're right back in it.
And the momentum changes back into the Wolverines. Wolverines now, throw check, lined up on the left side. Dorian under center.
Oh,
fumbles the
fumbles it.
snap. And
Nothing is going the Wolverines.
it is going
way.
to the Explorers.
And Columbus just sucking the life out of.
And that's a fumble from Dorian as he fell down on the snap. It'll be Columbus ball, 1st and 10 at around the Belen 25.
The life getting taken out of Belen right now. This is not good at all.
Belen
Columbus.
seems to be falling apart right now, as just a couple minutes ago, it was 14-7, and Team Belen had all the momentum.
Yeah, Belen came out first half, played very well. Even though they were trailing, still played very well. Second half, the first 5 minutes were playing very well, and then the next 7 minutes, Columbus just took over.
It's been a very rough game so far in this second half for the Wolverines. As we see the Explorers go back out on offense again. McDuffie in the backfield along with Henry Parrish. Henry Parrish uncorking 3 touchdowns today and over 200 yards rushing. McDuffie rolls out right, gives it to Parrish, but it's incomplete off the right-hand side.
Nice job by the Belen defense to force some pressure and make it incomplete.
Good pressure off the right-hand side. Another incompletion for McDuffie. He has not been doing good in the passing game. But make no mistake about it, Columbus has been pretty much carrying out that passing game with the rushing game. 200 yards for Henry Parrish and 3 touchdowns for him today. As we see Columbus again lining up.
The Belen side seems to be emptying out.
4
due to the
wideouts.
score.
Henry Parrish in front of McDuffie. Takes the snap. 5-step drop back. Gets pressure.
Good pressure.
Throws it. And it's complete over the middle to Xavier Henderson.
Oh,
that's a
big
flag.
That's a blindside block by Columbus. That's going to be 15 yards and a... What was that? Oh my God, a dirty play by the Columbus Explorers.
Absolutely not sportsmanlike.
That was not called for at all, and just a bad look for the Columbus Explorers.
Not called for at all. As we talked about Xavier Henderson before, it seems to be getting it going now. And it is definitely an illegal hit on the Columbus side. That was really uncalled for by the
That was very unsportsmanlike. They could have really hurt him there. That's not something that you do.
We already have 9 Wolverines down. This is not a time to be doing that.
Especially when you're already up 28-7. It's just not worth it. Well, maybe that'll put a spark into the Wolverines. Get them mad and maybe get them back in the game.
Maybe, just maybe.
Still a whole lot of football to be played. I mean,
Still.
we can make a comeback, but
Still have a quarter and a half of game left to make a comeback.
Just 1 quarter to play. At the 38-yard line of the Wolverines, the Explorers. Second and 20, it seems like. McDuffie in the backfield with Henry Parrish. Takes a shotgun, hands it off to Henry Parrish up the middle. He breaks free.
Parrish again.
And a big gain by Henry Parrish.
Parrish just does not
He's about over
stop. He feels no mercy for this Wolverines
He's
defense.
about over 250 yards by this point.
This will be a 3rd and about 7 for this Columbus Explorers offense. A stop here would be big for Belen.
As the Explorers will run out the clock, and it will be the end of the 3rd quarter.
And we will be right back for the beginning of the fourth quarter at Tropical Park.
Back on. McDuffie takes a snap, looks around, goes out of the pocket, runs it, and is out of bounds at around the 24-yard line. I think that's a fourth down.
No, it's third down. It'll be about 3rd and 5, I believe, if I'm not wrong.
Fourth and 5 on this play. They seem to be going for it.
Belen, this would be a big stop for the Wolverines. Maybe they could gain some momentum and at least not end the game at 28-7. Maybe
fourth down
two-possession
and
game, maybe
6
even one.
as they get a flag for offsides. Nothing is going Belen's way this second half.
It feels like every single break has gone Columbus's way. And lately, Columbus has stopped even getting penalties.
Yep, it's been completely shifted. First half, it felt like Belen had an edge, and now it seemed to have slipped away from our grasps. It looks like
I believe they're going for it here on 4th down and 2. This will be a
takes a snap, gives it to Henry Parrish, and
wow,
that's another first down.
Parrish is he's so elusive. Yeah, it's almost impossible to stop.
It's amazing how the run game went for Columbus today. Belen has been shutting down the passing game, but so far they have not done anything for that run game on the Columbus
Henry
side.
Parrish has just run all over them. It's really been a struggle.
It really has been. As we see, 4 wideouts, 2 on the right, 2 on the left. McDuffie, shotgun, motions Parrish, throws it to Parrish.
And I believe we're going to get a false start on the Explorers here. Finally, something that goes Belen's way.
So far here in the fourth quarter. And it seems to be, yeah, this false start by the Explorers.
5-yard penalty, false start.
Belen has 11 minutes to mount a comeback as Columbus is up 28-7 with a 1st and 15 on the Belen 24-yard line.
Yeah, keep in mind, we also need to put up scores every single drive that we get, because we cannot afford to lose a possession with no points.
It can be done.
As we see, McDuffie motions Parrish again, throws it, same side, same play, taken down to about the 24-yard line.
Nice job by Belen to keep him from breaking a big gain there. That'll keep it at about 2nd and 15. Nice job by this defense.
2nd and long looks to be pretty good for the Wolverines here. To get another loss, it could be a pretty good turnaround for the Wolverines on defense here.
This will be a big play for the Wolverines here. Making it 3rd and long might force them into a passing situation where they've struggled all game.
Exactly, McDuffie not doing too well in the passing game, but
However, yeah,
Here we see
lately he's been throughout the past few drives during this Columbus
McDuffie
run.
drops
he's been
back,
playing
goes to pass,
outstanding.
is feeling the pressure, throws it left side, and it is caught
Oh,
by the Explorers.
what a great read by McDuffie.
Nice job. The defensive end fell down, and McDuffie made a nice throw on the run. But it'll now be 3rd and about 7 for the Explorers, and a big play for this Belen defense.
About 3rd and 10, maybe 3rd and 9.
What a great read from McDuffie.
Man down on the field for the Wolverines again.
This is the 11th injured Wolverine, while no Columbus players have gotten injured. They've been very lucky with injuries.
Yeah, Columbus has no injured players on the field, but Belen has been dropping like flies.
Yeah,
First in the first quarter, Ian Johnson goes down, number 73 on the an offensive guard for offensive line. Then Nick Broachek, then Mark Trapp, and our big running back Don Cheney goes down in the 3rd quarter with a huge
Nate
cramp.
Payne also went down a couple times.
Yeah, Nate Payne was huge in the fact of locking down Xavier Henderson.
And he had that great catch down the sideline in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, that
Cramps.
got us back in the game, but then ever since all the cramps and injuries, everything's just gone on a decline from there.
The cramps and injuries have been hurting us real badly for the Wolverines here in this game. 28-7 still, 10 minutes left in the 4th quarter. It's pretty much lopsided at this point in the 4th quarter.
However, I've seen crazy, and you never know when Belen will come back and make this a game. Columbus's offense comes back out of the field here. A huge 3rd down for the Belen defense, as a stop could get their the ball back, get some momentum, and scoring some points.
Yeah, hopefully at least we cut it down. If we do not somehow tie this game up, which is very possible, at least cut the score to 1 possession, maybe 2 possessions.
Just get back in this game.
Yes, as we see the Columbus Explorers back on offense, 3rd down and 9. McDuffie in the backfield takes the snap. It's a pass. He looks right. He throws right. It's complete to Gibbert for another 1st down and more, and he gets a touchdown.
And the Explorers just taking off on the Wolverines.
First touchdown of the day for McDuffie.
Nothing going the Wolverines' way.
McDuffie gets his first touchdown of the game.
I believe the game may be starting to get out of reach for this Belen team.
It
Yeah,
looks to be.
This quarter and the previous quarter, it's just been slipping out of the Wolverines' hands. Right
I
now,
was-
34-7, and nothing going the Wolverines' way. And McDuffie just in the past in this Columbus run, just been outstanding. He's been having great reads. Just a great game in the 2nd half for him. However, in the 1st half, he
PAT
really
attempt
struggled.
is good. That seems to be an offside on the Wolverines on the PAT attempt.
Well, at least we have the college football season starting this weekend to look forward to. As I personally, as a college football fan, I have been waiting all offseason for the return of Lee Corso and game day. And they are hosting it in Magic Kingdom, which I'm very excited about.
Glad to hear that from you. As we see the PAT attempt by Columbus, it is up and it is good. 35-7 here.
And
9 minutes and 45 seconds here in the 4th quarter. It's pretty much out of reach.
It's pretty much slipped out of the
You
Wolverines'
never
hands.
know. If Don gets back in this game, rushes for a couple touchdowns, we could tie this game back up. Maybe even go for 2 and win it.
Could happen.
While it may look impossible, you simply never know.
Belen just looking for maybe just a bit of a spark, maybe a couple good plays here on this next offensive drive.
Let's see if maybe Belen can get a big kick return on this play. And then maybe an onside kick to get the ball back.
Yeah, and maybe they get momentum at the end of the game, and it goes into the next game of the Wolverines.
There's still a bit of time left for maybe the Wolverines to mount a comeback. You just never know in football, but
And
we wait for the kickoff here.
here comes the kick
Explorers.
from Alejandro Prado.
Alejandro Prado kicking off.
It is up, and it's a big kick. Whistle's called.
Penalty flag is thrown before the ball was kicked.
I believe we might be getting an offsides on the Explorers here, which is kind of weird.
It is very weird to see that in a kickoff. Very rarely do you see a flag on a kickoff for offsides.
Illegal procedure on the kickoff called against the Explorers.
And that'll back them up 5 yards, and the kick will be redone.
Five-yard penalty. Prado will kick off from the Explorer 35-yard line.
We await the kickoff here for Columbus.
And the kickoff comes from the Columbus 30-yard line. Opportunity for some good field position.
Kick is up, and Belen takes it at the 4-yard line. Francisco Agero with a return. Takes it out to the 20. To
Nice spin move over and gets
24-yard line.
rocked.
Arrow on the return.
A great kick by Columbus and a nice return from Francisco Agero to get it out to about the 24-yard line.
Yeah, good return there by Agero. We hope to get a spark here offensively, and as I'm seeing right now on the field, we do not see Don Cheney returning in this game. So it seems to be like Don Cheney is officially out of the game at this point.
Which is a good decision because they're considering his future
future,
college
yes.
career and possibly his NFL career.
Expect a lot more touches by the freshman, number 16. The 16, Isaiah Fuller, the junior. As we
Let's see if he can get some carries. Valuable experience for the future.
Dorian Hens. Oh, it's a fumble in the backfield, and Columbus recovers it. The 15-yard line. Belen is absolutely discombobulated. This does not look good at all.
3 straight fumbles on 3 straight drives, and man, has it been a struggle for this Belen offense in the second half.
If we had momentum before, we don't have it now. Everything has just been winded out.
Yeah.
We just can't
But
catch a break.
This right now is just like a
But
deflated.
Pick 6, onside kick, touchdown. You never know. This game is not over.
At the 15-yard line, the
I've
Explorers
seen
will take
crazy.
over.
First and 10 at the Wolverine 15-yard line.
Typical delusional
The Explorers will take it. They bring in their backup QB. They seem to be just getting touches with the younger players, and
The first
Columbus
down, nice
gets a
run
big
by
gain.
I believe that's a backup running back, and this Belen defense seems exhausted and are just getting
Number 16,
gashed.
Michael
Michael
Solis.
Solis with the carry.
a nice carry for the Explorers.
Looks like both teams are playing their backups now.
Yeah,
Trying to
Carlos
get
Rose.
experience.
Carlos Rose, the junior quarterback for Columbus, getting some touches here. As we see another player down for Belen. It is insane how many
This is the
injured players.
12th injured player down for Belen, while Columbus has not suffered one injury.
A whole offense full of players have gone
More
down for
than
Belen.
an
Very-
offense.
it's
An
very-
offense and one player.
It's very
12 people.
surprising because they practice in this weather, and they've practiced in worse
is-
weather before. And
this
like,
is very
with
abnormal.
the heat, and just
And
very surprising this many players
What's
going
even
down to
crazier is
camps.
that Belen has a much smaller roster than Columbus.
Much
And
smaller.
Columbus is the one who hasn't gotten hurt at all, while Belen has lost a lot of their depth with 12 players going down.
Yes.
Yeah, and ever since the first few cramps, you just saw Belen's they seem deflated, as I've mentioned before.
It's just completely.
Like they don't have enough. They don't have.
There's no
more
momentum
energy.
right now for the Wolverines. Pretty much, it's gone all to the Explorers. We hope to see all these players back next week, and we hope to see them in full health.
Me too. I'd love to see them back and in full health. You never like to see players getting hurt,
Never.
whether it's for one team or whether it's for your own team or another team.
Definitely. We never want to wish bad luck on another team or another player. We never wish that. Columbus takes a snap. Michael Solis takes it in at the 2-yard line.
Michael Solis on the carry.
Michael Solis with a nice carry. He looks good in his first moments as a backup running back for Columbus, but This
First
Belen defense.
hurry up offense by
They're
Columbus.
hurt and they're tired.
Carlos
And
Rose hands it off and is swallowed up in the backfield. The
that's a
Belen
nice play.
defense.
It's showing a little energy from the Belen defense to stop that running back. As I believe it's now 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line.
The 6-yard line. The Explorers are up 34-7 against the Wolverines with 8:30 left in the fourth.
Second down, goal to go.
As there appears to be another timeout on the field, or no, a flag down on the field. Encroachment.
And another penalty on the Belen defense, and they just seem worn out.
As once would seem, the momentum was on our side in the first half, is completely switched over to the Explorers. We have not seen anything go our way.
Yeah, this game definitely did not feel like it until the past quarter. Definitely did not feel like we were that separated from them.
And that is a touchdown for the Columbus Explorers on the right side by Michael Solis. And that'll make it 40-7. As this has not been a good second half for the Belen
Sheer
Wolverines.
domination in the second half from the Explorers, and the Wolverines.
It is a run out by
collapsed.
the Columbus Explorers. As we see, the stands are clearing up for both sides. Both stands seem to be clearing up as there's 8 minutes left here in the game. Columbus with the PAT attempt.
And the kick from Alejandro Prado
Is
is
up and good.
And that makes it 41-7.
Dominic Gandhi. Kicking extra point attempt, which is good. Score now. Columbus.
41-7. Columbus is up against Belen. 8 minutes left here in the game. It seems to be pretty much out of Belen's reach.
It's crazy. It seems like it was just about, 12 minutes ago that it was 14-7. All the momentum was in Belen's favor. But just in about the last quarter, Columbus has outscored Belen 27-0.
Yep, it's been an absolute blowout in stands of the second half.
Just pretty crazy how the Explorers can manage to just blow off to a lead like this. I mean, it was 28-7 like 4 minutes ago.
It's pretty insane how this game just shifted a whole bunch. Columbus kicks it off. The kick is up, and it is picked up at the 7-yard line. Carrying out Belen at the 20. Shakes a tackle. At the 26 is down. Jean-Luc Bobian has
Really
returned the kick for a good return here for
Really
about 15 yards.
Really a crushing defeat for the Wolverines. I mean, the game's not over yet, but the score makes
You
it
never
seem
know.
as if it is.
Belen could come back here in the fourth quarter. Crazier things have happened.
Other than the penalties keeping us alive, we also got our friend here keeping us alive with this.
Hey, you never know. When Belen comes back, I'm going to say I told you to. I told you so.
Bunch formation. Dorian takes the snap, hands it off, and it's another fumble for the Wolverines. It's mayhem. It is mayhem. This is about the third or fourth straight fumble by Belen.
This is the fourth straight drive that has had a Belen fumble. I've never seen anything quite like it.
But it is recovered by Belen. Wolverines still have the ball with 7 minutes left in this game. 41-7, Explorers are up.
And Belen recovers the fumble and will have a second down and very long.
Dorian takes the snap, hands it off, and it is immediately smothered at the line of scrimmage. This is just
It is
not
40-7 with
at this
under
point.
7 minutes left remaining in the fourth
You
quarter.
can't just.
Belen will need a
at this point.
miracle, but it is possible for them to win this game.
And it's getting to the point that they're just running the time. Just running the time down.
Belen just hoping to
6
put
minutes
something
and 40
good up.
seconds left in the game.
Maybe a good play or
41-7.
maybe a score in this drive. again, I wish the best for Don Cheney, Nate Payne, and all the others who went down this game, and hope they get nursed back to health for next week's game. As we see a bunch formation again by Dorian, hands it off over the middle for about a 4 or 5 yard gain.
And that'll bring up 4th and long as this Belen offense will punt again.
And they seem to be running out the clock here. There's really not much football to play.
It's down to about 6 minutes left on the clock, as it looks like this game
is
well, you never know.
Oh, God. This game seems to be over with the Explorers and Wolverines with just 5 minutes left here to play as Bretton Rice comes on the field to punt. Bretton receives a snap.
And here comes the punt, and it is
it's a big punt.
pretty good one.
Gibber takes it
Columbus
about
is
29. Evades 3 tackles, but then gets swallowed up at the 34-yard line.
Nice job by the Belen punt coverage.
They've done a good job ever since Xavier Henderson returned it for about 15 yards, 3 times straight, and ever since then they've been doing a good job this half.
5-16, Columbus Explorers up against Belen Wolverines 41-7. Another player down on the field. It looks to be another Belen player down on the field.
This
again.
is the 13th injury for Belen.
This is
shocking. This is almost 1/4 of their roster.
This is insane to our roster. We're taking massive blows left and right to our roster.
And now the fans seem to be mocking Belen with the song "Goodbye."
Not very sportsmanlike, but again, the spirit of the game, you just like to win. And Belen just couldn't close it out. 15-0 for the Explorers and 0-15 for the Wolverines.
Nothing's final yet.
It looks pretty final to me.
And it's still possible.
Okay. As the
And we have arrived at our last water break in our officials timeout. We will be right back.
As we see the Explorers coming back onto the field again, we see a whole new lineup bringing in their backups to get a little bit of fresh legs out on the field, maybe get them experience for this game. Rose takes the snap, hands it off to the halfback, and he, just barely gets away.
And that's a couple yards for Columbus on the carry, as it looked like they're just running the clock out. But I believe we have an injury for Belen.
That's 14.
Officials time out on the field. A loss of 1 on the carry.
That's 14 injuries for Belen.
This is just, I can't. I'm speechless every time. I've seen score after score, and then now just injury after injury, just for Belen. It's been going downhill.
I feel like a Belen player has gotten injured on every play.
Really, it has been.
Pretty much been like that.
It's been devastating to the Belen team. I really cannot understand how this just slipped out of our hands out of the first half.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy that Columbus had a 14-7 lead about
And the-
10 minutes,
But,
12
like,
minutes
at 12
ago.
At the 10-minute, like even around 6 minutes in the third quarter, we were still 14-7. We still had a little bit of momentum, and then Columbus just swooped in. Henry
Yeah.
Parrish just
And-
destroyed the defense.
Yeah, he's too explosive, and he just took the game away from us.
It
pretty much.
really started with that long touchdown run. Then he juked a bunch of defenders, fumbles, injuries, tiredness, fatigue. It all added up.
If it weren't for Henry Parrish's run game today, I believe this game would have been close. But Henry Parrish, 3 touchdowns, and went over for 200 yards in this game. Brandon McDuffie, he had 1 interception, 1 fumble, and a touchdown. And near the end of the game,
Still a great fight though from the Wolverines.
great fight by the Wolverines in the first half.
And we were in it, as you said, not that long ago. Just Columbus is just too. They're too of an explosive team.
They took advantage of the poor run defense that they saw in the first half, and they pretty much capitalized then on.
It wasn't that it was poor on defense. The defense was solid with, like, our front seven was playing solid in the run game. It was just here and there, like once in a blue moon, Parrish would just take off for a big run.
Fernando Mendoza, the backup quarterback for Columbus, who actually just transferred from Belen with the keeper and lost a couple yards and gained 1 yard, making it 3rd down and 10.
He actually made an appearance in last year's Belen. I believe it was last year's Belen versus Columbus game.
However,
But
it was for Belen.
Instead of for Columbus, he transferred recently to the Explorers, a sophomore QB.
To see a bit of a gain there for the Explorers. 3rd down.
And after
Now
the
4th down for the Explorers as they will punt. The clock is running. 4 minutes left in this game.
and anything's possible.
Definitely. We can definitely score.
Yeah, in 4 minutes we'll score
35 points in 4 minutes.
Punt return touchdown, onside kick, passing touchdown, onside kick, rushing touchdown.
You have a lot of heart. I'll give you that.
Hey, I root for my team through and through.
I would too, but when I see the end, man, I see the end.
You never know. Up for the punt, Columbus.
Wolverines trailing 41-7 with 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the fourth quarter.
Columbus punts it off.
Oh, nearly blocked.
A fair
not a
catch
bad
made
punt.
about the 48-yard line of the Wolverines.
Looks like they've
Explorers
gone to a
getting-
running clock here, as even after that punt, the clock is still moving, down to 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
From
Yeah.
what I saw in the first half, I thought this game was still going to be close. I thought
Belen might win.
I thought the Wolverines had a
Through the
very
first
I
half-
feel like a
solid-
major turning point in this game may have been the injury to Don Cheney. When it was
Yeah.
still a close game, it took away a lot of our offense.
It seemed to kind of ruin the chemistry and heart that the Wolverines were playing with, and it just affected the whole
Wolverines
team in a
looked
negative
strong
way.
through that first half, but, third quarter, Columbus just took in.
The cookie crumbled.
As we see, Belen, Dorian, under center. Triple
Oh,
handoff
nice run.
by Francisco Agero.
And it looks
Decent
like a
run, man.
15-yard gain and a first down
Probably
for
the most
Wolverines.
positive run we've seen in a while.
It was a double handoff.
Solid run there.
This is proof that this game can still be won.
Dorian handed off to Fuller there, and Fuller handed off to Francisco Agero. We saw that a couple times last year. They didn't court that same play for a big gain a couple times.
That play worked very well last year, I remember. It was a very big part of our running offense.
As you see Dorian again under center. Takes it and hands it off to Puente up to the 29, maybe about the 28-yard line.
They're stringing
is-
together a couple of good runs.
A really big win for the Explorers to start off the year, and a tough, crushing defeat for the Wolverines as they start off the year with a loss.
Really is a
They're
really
0-1.
crushing defeat for the Wolverines. 0-1. We hope to come back next week, hopefully with all of our players healthy, and hopefully we don't
And-
have this extensive amount of injuries.
And I wonder if Don Shaney will get bumped back up to a 5-star this game.
Another
He had
double
a pretty
handoff
solid
here,
game.
and it goes down for yardage.
And there's 1 minute left in the game.
And my friends, I think that's pretty much going to call it. 1 minute and toward the end.
No,
of the game.
50 seconds.
Overall, a big win for the Explorers. A bad loss for the Wolverines, who
It
looked
would've-
like they had a chance early in the game.
It would
But
have been a huge win early on for the Wolverines as they're in a new division, and it is tougher for us going down the line.
the main story of this game was Henry Parrish and the struggle to contain him. As Columbus's rushing offense dominated Belen all
See
day.
Puente take the handoff down to about the 26-yard line.
And that will be the last play of the game. Belen has lost 41-7, and a disheartening defeat for the Belen offense. We will see you next time on Belen's YouTube channel.